bring it to the other side and maybe grab a game of their own. But that was just for the better part of that match, Lobo, just a kind of a stomp by Corporate Family. They seem to, like, the experience seemed to show out in that match. But like I said, it could be nerves as well on the side of Friends of Ray. They've performed quite well in the past April Cup. So I guess I'm also rooting for them because they do have that potential. They have some great players in that team as well. Maybe it's just, like I said, a bit of a nerves going in. This is, like you said, the debut of the regionals, right, for our region. So yeah, if they get a chance to play a game number 2, I'm sure they can adapt and come back to it, because I think the draft wasn't too bad either.
No, the draft wasn't too bad. I don't know if we had a chance to see. I think I missed the bans in that.
Sorry.
No. That's.
I went through. I saw an Umbreon. I believe Talonflame was banned as well.
That's a target ban for sure. That's a target ban.
So they're the only 2 that I remember. Did anybody else make note? I know, sorry. I was like hoping to catch the end of another match, but as soon as I've gone back into spectate, it's all cleared. So it looks like all the teams have played at the same time, and then they've pretty much ended at the same time. So we don't get to watch the 2. But pretty much goal for today was we want to try and watch as many matches as possible, but we ended up missing out. I guess the joys of spectate. But we do have Luck3 saying best of 3. And Kanga actually says it was an Inteleon ban. So I feel like we haven't seen an Inteleon ban in a really long time.
No. Inteleon's such a good secure though, so it makes sense if you feel like a team is playing for a secure.
Could be a target ban, I think.
Well, I know the Talonflame was definitely a target ban. We talked about Friends of Ray, but we also
Cap?
talked about against Cap for sure, because we've got. Because the Corporate Family is a merger of 2 other families. So it's Trabaro, so Shadow Mime and Kian coming from that team. Cap was originally on UG, and Life Frigate making his new competitive debut with another team. So really excited to see 5 strong players that we know come together. Also, I love the name Corporate Family. It sounds very mafia-esque. And there were so many times you could say that. I don't know, that was my first thought, but yeah.
All right, we have another matchup. It is Retirement Home going up. Looking at these, I'm not going to lie, it's confusing. I don't know how to read this. But I have Retirement Home because I have Stu's spectate that has just popped on up. Cool. But I don't know who they're going up against.
Is it Ninky Nonk?
I don't know.
It is Ninky Nonk.
It would be Ninky Nonk.
Oh,
which means round 0 go up against Final Geese.
Yeah.
And
I didn't reach out to Ninky Nonk because I actually didn't know who was on the team. So I guess.
Yours truly, I think.
Well, all right. So you folks want to see who's on Ninky Nonk? All right. Here's the team. Ninky Nonk is Iggle Piggle, Pinky Ponk, the narrator, Pontypine, and a Macapaka. So I think this is this like Iggle Piggle?
In the Night Garden.
In the Night Garden? Yeah. But you know what it reminds me of? I don't know if you folks remember the Play School days.
Yes.
Do you remember that song? In the ning nang nong, the cows go bong, the nong ning nang, the trees go.
I haven't had that memory in a long time.
As soon as you started singing, the lyrics came back to my head, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
It's like unlock something in my brain.
And it's the ding, it's
the ning nang nong, the cows go bong.
Y'all, if you're a '90s kid, you should know that.
That's gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the day now, because that didn't correlate.
Oh, that's literally when I saw that name. That's instantly what popped up into my head. Oh, that is so funny. You just DM me the link of the matchups with the orders. Oh, Naomi, you are the GOAT. Thank you so much.
Yes, Abby, Lobo and I are in the same room.
Fu and I are actually roommates. We just hide it really well.
Look at this, Naomi. Thank you. I was like so confused at how it worked, but this is so it is best of 3 then?
Best of 3?
It is best of 3, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so yeah. Well, do we want to go watch a different team, or do you think I have Black Glasses going up against Dark Shades? as I said, I didn't reach out to Ninky Nonks. I don't really want to go in and spectate them just because we don't have the proper permissions. So, or we can go watch the final set of Corporate Family versus Friends of Roy.
Well,
I don't mind. I think both
we pointed out how wonderful it would be the contrast of black glasses versus black shades. The battle of the eyewear.
All right, let's go.
I think that's all.
Dark Shades and Black Glasses are essentially the same team, so I mean everyone wins here, right? So this could be Specsavers.
Black.
Kello and Lobo, do you want to?
Yeah, sounds good. Let's write out these names, and then
Let's
we can
go.
do it.
We got first up we're seeing a Meowscarada. We got Eevee, Trevenant, Felicity, and Slowbro taking on Cinderace. We are seeing a Cinderace and a Mew. A Magikarp once again, one so strong. Eldegoss and Crustle. So interesting. So I do believe it's black Dark Shades. Dark Shades is bringing out the Cinderace. Always love to see a Cinderace in these competitions, but we've got, I do believe, an Espeon and Meowscarada sharing jungle. Meowscarada is just going to take that blue buff and head straight to that top lane where we're going to see a 3v2 situation go on. Trevenant trying to get its stacks while Blissey is just helping out. And down the bottom we got Mew and Crustle taking on the Slowbro, and I believe
Slowbro's down left all alone. Yeah, there's
Slowbro's
four
down
up
left
top.
with 4v4.
Yeah, but you can see, I mean, I guess because they do have that advantage here, they're going to be able to get in some points and just try to hold off this Raboot and Gossifleur. Oh, it does look like they do manage to take it down, the Espeon as well, though, in that process, which is actually going to mean at least they only have to verse 3 for these birds.
It's a 3v2 situation. The Eldegoss is backed off. Magikarp is... I do believe there's really good play by Black Glasses to stop the Magikarp from getting online as soon as possible, because we know the effort value, and it getting any kind of assist or any kind of damage onto the opposing team means that it's going to struggle to get to that Gyarados evolution. But I could be mistaken, because that effort gauge looks almost full, Kilo.
Yeah, they just need to get a few more hits with their flail, maybe a few splashes here and there, and they should be able to evolve shortly, but they weren't able to stop the Blissey from dunking, nor the Phantom, which means it does evolve into that Trevenant, and able to eject over that Rock Tomb laid out by the Crustle as well.
Yeah, it looks like we could be seeing a bounce Gyarados this time around, as opposed to what we saw before, which was Waterfall, just based on that that little jump there. But here's the middle Altaria. Cinderace is fully online, just putting damage on the Meowscarada. He's using, I believe it is Blaze Heat, the Crustle Tomb, keeping that Trevenant locked in place. The bounce going in on the Gyarados. Such big damage coming through from the Gyarados. The Dragon Breath, there it goes, chasing after. And what a beautiful Rock Tomb. Once again, trapping them all in. But damn, Kilo, that is a 3 KO streak for that Gyarados who got online.
Yeah, Dark Shades comes out on top during that battle, and now they're just going to retreat on back, get their respective wild Pokemon. Mew ends up getting taken down. Espeon and Slowbro are looking to push on forward, but you still have that Eldegoss and that Crustle there to defend the pad. Slowbro trying to contest that Indeedee as well, as you do have Espeon dragging back those Swablers and Altaria to their side.
Absolutely. Did you see that Rock Tomb come out from the Crustle onto the Slowbro? Trapped him right there. There it is again. Beautiful Rock Tombs by Dark Shades. They're really well played. So the ability to actually peel out these members on Black Glass is going to be super strong. But Trevenant going up against Gyarados here, that's not something you want to see, especially if it is a pain split. Trevenant with how much damage they can absorb. Again, the Rock Tomb's finding everybody in that bush there. Crustle doing such a good job. But look at this. We've got a basement Registeel that's just about to spawn. That's spawned, Kilo.
Yeah, it's a Reg Ice. You can see that Cinderace ended up getting wiped down to below half HP. Does have their Unite on hand and is going to use their Blazing Bicycle Kick, but it wasn't able to land any KOs. But it is going to give them that increased attack speed anyway. Mew trying to just zone out Slowbro with that Surf, and now Reg Ice is untouched, as these two teams are just going to battle it out against each other first.
Yeah, they want to duke it out. Even the Cinderace all just wanting that massive attack speed, able to burst down the big front line that is the Slowbro. The Crustle rocked him again, but zoning out the Blissey. Espeon getting zoned out as well. Mew going in for the Solar Beam secure, but the Cinderace managed to get it as well. And now look at this. Black Shade's about to go. Bliss Assistance coming off once again. But again, now it looks like Black Shades are just going to have to retreat after this one without being able to capitalize on taking that objective.
Yeah, they're gonna try to get this wild Pokemon up first. You do have Trevenant that is up in that top path for Black Glasses, waiting for, I guess, the rest of the team to come on up because it can't really solo down a Regieleki on its own, as we do have an all-around brawl down here. Another great Rock Tomb followed up with that X-Scissor combo and some great zoning that is just coming out from this Crustle, allowing this Cinderace to just do damage in the back line. You do have Meowscarada and Slowbro being taken down, which means 2 of them are left against 4 members, but it looks like Dark Shades are going to give up this push on the pad, and they're just going to retreat and go focus on wild Pokemon instead, considering there are a lot of yellow dots on the map.
Absolutely. Yellow dots on the map getting levels, but also if Dark Shades managed to get taken down a few times there by the defending Black Glasses, it's just going to give them that much-needed catch-up experience as we get into the halfway point of the game, where that's going to be so relevant. The Regieleki is walking in, but Black Glass is not looking to push in, but I could be wrong as we see the Blissey coming in, the Espeon going in, trying to make their presence known, but again, such beautiful Rock Tomb work, and Cinderace has decided to Blaze Kick in on the Blissey to try and take it out, where he does, as they're still defending this top pad, as we've got Trevenant trying to make himself a nuisance. It looks like it is Pain Split, so the more damage that Gyarados is doing to the Trevenant, it's going to do to himself, and that is picture perfect of what happens when you fight a Pain Split Trevenant, Kilo.
I need to bite my tongue because I did say I don't think Trevenant can solo down a Regieleki. The fact that Trevenant not only soloed that Regieleki, but just fought 2v1 on that tier 2 pad, being able to take down a Gyarados, close to taking down the Eldegoss, was able to dunk in their points, but they're just battling it alone for the longest time, leaving this on 53. They cannot chop this tree down. I mean, it's 3 minutes 50. I feel like that fight ended up going for like 5 minutes.
that fight seemed to be going on forever. The Pain Split Trevenant is so strong. I can't wait to see the stats of just how much damage the input and output of that Trevenant was able to do. But again, look at this. Black Glass is trying to go again. Again, a beautiful Rock Tomb coming out, soloing, singling out the Slowbro. These Rock Tombs, kill. I'm so impressed as a Regirock has decided to spawn up. But look, it could actually go and reset back in its perch. It has Rock Tomb coming in, Solar Beam onto the Slowbro, pushing it out. Crustle is just going to take a front position as Cinderace is now here to just press this Regirock down. Oh man, I'm so impressed by these Rock Tombs, Kilo.
Yeah, they're actually working out so well. You do have Cinderace popping the Unite move, followed up by the Espeon Unite, but they quickly get taken down. Meowscarada is going to move on forward, but is quickly cut down by the X's once again. Trevenant left standing, but they're up in that top lane, just minding their own business, while the rest of Dark Shades are going to go and take that tier 1 pad. Cinderace, seeing that they have their opening here, are going to go and take that blue buff along with that Crustle there, just trying to hinder the levels, but looking at the levels right now, they are pretty much on parity with each other, considering we do have 2 level 13s on each side, or 1 level 13 each side.
Well, on level 13 each side, the levels are fairly even. We've got the only 30-point difference, but this Regieleki is going to go through. Who's it going to go to? The Gyarados big attacks do manage to get it. The Trevenant, once again, is going to fight this Gyarados, but Gyarados has teammates this time. But Slowbro taking down the Gyarados as Trevenant is taken down by the Cinderace. Both team members losing 1 member there as Dark Shades do manage to get the Regieleki secure. 11 seconds left to go. This raid fight is going to be super interesting. That Trevenant going to be so big in this team fight if it can get its Pain Split on the right member. And that Crustle Rock Tomb has been absolutely beautiful. But Kilo, the Rayquaza has spawned. Let's see, 30 points in this, 2 minutes left to go. Let's see how both teams decide to handle this. Both teams are positioning at the Ray Pit.
I feel like this could be anybody's game, but you can see that 2 yellow dots are missing on the side of Dark Shades. As I say that, you do have Cinderace quickly having that being popped on up. They are going to poke at the Ray, as you do have Black Glasses just circling around, trying to find the perfect moment to dive on in, maybe get a flank from the backline from this Slowbro, but no, they're going to quickly pivot around to their side and closer to their teammates, as you do have a huge Solar Beam engage, and Trevenant is going to pop up their Unite for some shielding. However, quickly followed up by the Rubble Rouser of that Crustle, being able to sustain all of that.
Absolutely. The bicycle kick from the Cinderace just propping that attack speed. The Trevenant Pain Split was not on the Gyarados, so was not taking the damage away from the big damage deals. Mew taking that boosted order down on the Espeon. Masquerade has no choice but to pop it to Unite the Surf away. The boosted order, Mew is just going to try and run away here as Masquerade does get the takedown. But as their members come back, now it looks like Black Shades are just looking to try and rip this Rayquaza as quickly as possible. And the Trevenant trying to single out the Cinderace. There is a Pain Split on the Cinderace. The
Oh my gosh.
On to the Trevenant, which takes down the Cinderace. Black Glasses have decided they don't want to give this up yet. Oh my gosh, with 30 seconds to go, there's still only 30 points in this game. Killer Rayquaza is down at half health. Pain Split once again. Pain Split curse coming on. Gyarados is going to go down to the Meowscarada here. And Trevenant takes down the Gyarados. And Black Glasses secure with the Meowscarada.
Oh, that does mean because Dark Shades did take that first match, they are actually going to go 1-1. So it's like last 10 seconds anyway, but we'll quickly speed on through. That way we can see the stats and see if we can catch in the last game. But man, Glasses versus Shades. They're one apiece now.
The battle of the eyewear is not sorted out yet. But Kill, I want to ask, the Bliss assistance on to the Trevenant that took down the Cinderace, what a combination that was, because it was Pain Split on the Cinderace. Such smart play that we saw there.
You can see what a close match it was as well. They were very much very, very much even, but O-Desired on the Cinderace. Like, isn't this a Cinderace that you would love to see in your ranked matches? 114k. You can see they were definitely holding that A button, just constantly letting out those fireballs. But Xander on the Crustal, like, as you mentioned, time and time again, such beautiful Rock Tombs. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. And yeah, it just came down to that Trevenant Blissey play, being able to take down the biggest threat, which would have been that Cinderace that was trying to shred down that Rayquaza. But quickly, before we move on, we do have an Umbreon and Leafeon ban, followed up by a Hooper and a Blastoise ban.
Ban, but also Trevenant doing the most damage and tanking the most on that Team Fu. What did you make of that?
Oh, I mean, like you guys put it so well. It's Glasses against Glasses. I mean, Flag has been one of the players I've been watching improve so much. I'm a big fan of their Masquerada, and I'm so glad they brought it out today. But you can just see they're just able to, under pressure, pick out some important Pokemon on the opposite team, like that Mew, and able to secure the Rayquaza as well. I mean, this is... I don't know whether we were able to catch the last game, but that was a spicy, I guess, comeback for their team. And, we said that they were 1-0 down, but, everyone's made it, but everyone wants those higher seedings going into that final 2 days.
Yeah. No, I guess it all comes down to that seeding and needing to, even if you do make it through, you still want to play your best anyway. But on that note, we don't get to catch another game out of that round anyway. I think everybody's just kind of playing, but I think now, because we do have some round 3s, like teams will probably end up being scattered and everything like that. But before we do go into the next round, as we wait for spectate mode to pop on up, we can see, okay, so DK and Infinite, they're still in progress with DK 1 up. You have Black Glasses and Dark Shades, the match that we just watched. 1 apiece. Corporate Family. So that was the match that we first watched. They were able to take down Friends of Ray 2-0. Ground Zero 1 up against Final Geese. Legendary appear. Oh, this is round 2. Okay. So I guess Corporate Family, who are they going up against next? It looks like they have a bye by the looks of it, because there is the 3. How do we?
Yeah, it's a group of 3.
Yeah, so you end up getting buys and whatnot, while the other 2 verse each other. So, we'll see which, I guess, match pops on up first, or whether they'll end up popping up all at the same time, and then we'll go from there. But it does, I mean, we're open to recommendations in chat. Is there any teams that people would love to see? Our goal for today is to at least spectate each of the teams once. We'll see how we go. I mean, that's obviously the goal, but I don't know if we'll be able to do it or not, because it all depends on timing and everything. So, yeah.
It still seems like the EVs are the main I guess, picks for a lot of these teams. I just looked at the bans. I'm sad, but I understand that Phalanx isn't able to be played. But I've been just playing that Pokemon in ranked. I'm not sure whether you guys, have been playing it, but
it's so fun.
It's actually very, very strong.
Like, do you prefer the Megahorn No Retreat, or do you like the?
No, I'm the other set.
Ironhead.
The Ironhead beat up.
Yeah.
Because not only does it provides the dashes, but then when you do the final dash, all of your little Phalanx come together. But seeing the little Phalanxes just do their own thing, and then they make I don't know how much you guys play with audio, but the sound of the Phalanx to me is so cute when it's just talking to its little comrades.
Yeah, like when it does that little. When it does that little call, so all the little
it has like a sound cue and a visual cue above it. Like the leader makes a sound and then they all come back.
They all come back.
And I love the Phalanx Unite. The Phalanx Unite. Something about spinning Unite moves is just it looks so cool.
Yeah, we have Naomi saying Retirement Home versus GZ would be the best match to watch. She thinks because they would be super close. So. I think that is actually
that's coming up in round 3.
So that's round 3. So definitely once we get down to that. But I guess we're looking at round 2. I don't know. So we'll see whichever ones pop up first.
Are we done with round 1, or we have some game 3 situations going on in round 1?
Black Glasses versus Dark Shade seems to be is the only one because wait. Why are there only 3 matches for round 1? I thought there was 4 pools. I see what they've done. They've just it's just moved down to the bottom. Yeah. Because they're complete.
They're complete.
That's actually because you have because pool 4 has 4 teams in there, you actually have two matches. That comes out of that at the same time. That makes sense. Because I'm like, why is there 5 and not 4, even though there's 4? No, that's my bad. Fu and Lobo should hold hands through the screen, given they're in the same room. I mean, they're next to each other.
Oh, wrong way.
You have the same wall paint.
When am I stream late? Poor Lobo can't get to.
Somebody needs to get a screenshot of that, of them two just reaching out across each other.
Yeah, we should do the Have you seen the
high five?
Wait, is it that one?
Yeah, it's this one.
No, that way.
You know.
I can't.
Screenshot! You need to curve your hand all over.
I can't. Can we just do one of these ones?
Oh yeah, you can do. Okay, wait. How do I do this?
So,
what do I'm like this doesn't work. I don't think that looks like a heart. I don't think that looks like a heart. Oh god.
We're too separated, that's why.
We're only separated by a wall.
Abby just said, if anyone wins the Phalanx, give it to me. So there is a Phalanx giveaway on the color, so please join.
Oh, that's so funny. All right. Oh, after all of that.
Do we know who the next Mon that is going to be released is? Is there any... Do we know?
Isn't it Ceruledge?
Ceruledge! I forgot about that.
Ceruledge, sorry.
Yeah. And then after that, we don't know.
Is it Ho-Oh? Ho-Oh! But I'm pretty sure that was an April Fool's thing,
I don't know if that's legit, though, because, it's...
What were they saying? That Ho-Oh's Unite move just revives the whole team?
I think it's based on probably, how much Eos energy you have, just like the other EX Pokemon. But as I said, I don't even know if that's legit. So. We don't talk about that.
Do you guys know the lore behind why that would be a thing? So the lore of Ho-Oh in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the games. There was an incident in the Pokemon universe where...
Keep talking. We're going to go to a game. Keep going. It's alright.
No.
Go. It's all good.
Well, Ho-Oh revives Pokemon that perish in an accident and they turn into Entei, Raikou, and Suicune. So Ho-Oh revived those Pokemon. That's how they became legendary Pokemon. But I'll let you two take over this game and I'm gonna sit back and enjoy.
Oh, here we go. This is This is the important one, right? The game 3 scenario.
I've just gone into game 3 because I figured, you know what, we already watched them, so we might as well watch game 3. I'm thinking I want to try and catch one of the other matches, and I feel like I haven't been able to, so we're just gonna like fast forward this first minute, and then that way, hopefully, because we're fast forwarded it, we should be able to catch up with one of the other matches towards the end.
Yeah, that sounds good.
What is this frogadier doing right here?
Little bit of a sneaky agent coming in through. Pops the smoke screen, to just become invisible, but looks like all of Darkshades are going to be able to take down most of those wild Pokemon. But this means there are going to be 4 members on top, looking to potentially get some dunks in Kello, 61-0. What a great start for Black Glasses this game.
I think what's really interesting is we have seen the Umbreon ban last match. Umbreon has been let out to play, so I'm curious to know what the bans are. We don't see a Leafeon on the table, so I'm assuming possibly a Leafeon ban, but you do have this Squirtle not being able to take down 2v1 Mew, and Dartrix here, they're trying to take down this Crustle. It does end up popping a wall, but ends up getting surfed and pushed on the back quickly to get taken down. Odazide is not able to escape either.
That's a huge 2KO for Dartrix there, because they want that Decidueye as soon as possible, whether it's the Spirit Shackle or the Razor Leaf. And then also, that KO means that most of Black Glass is going to be able to capture the Altaras and Swablues that came up as well. I mean, looking at the team composition of Darkshades, Kello, it seems like they love kind of like a big main carry Pokemon and like a Blissey support, right? Whether it's a Blissey, Cinderace, or whatever support they had last game. But, you know, Gren Blissey, a great combo we've seen before. Hyper Voice is just shredding down. Look at how well that was able to get out. And here comes, they come back in as well. The Surf is online for that Greninja, Kello, and they're going to be able to wipe out 2 people.
That was a beautiful Hyper Voice kite from Crunchy there, just being able to move on backwards and then avoid getting knocked out. Flag is going to get caught out here by that Greninja, going to take themselves a berry as well. This is left on 11 points, so I'd say Greninja probably isn't looking to dunk, but we do have Sylveon down there in the back line, dunking 30 while the rest of them just zone out that Buzzwole.
Yeah, so like a 19 overdunk on top, so very, very excellent from there. Meanwhile, S9 or Black Glass is looking to get this Regirock, while the rest of the team of Darkshades are just going to be prioritizing that top. Now, this Crustle maybe can pull out a miracle for their team. Regirock is getting low. There is that Mew secure available, but I think something that Main is doing so well is just using that Hydro Pound to zone them out, isn't it? No. That was so close, Kello. That was closer than really necessary there for Black Glass.
Oh, but because Buzzwole was left all alone to attend to this Tier 2 pad, they weren't able to defend against the onslaught of 4 members of Darkshade, which does mean Tier 2 has now been wiped.
I think it's really smart as well to play a Petal Dance here and prioritizing breaking that top pad, because that gives them experience that is uncontested in that sense after the Buzzwole's going to take out. So as long as this Venusaur can get level 13, Kello, they're going to be a menace to take down.
Yeah, they will be. You can see it here trying to handle 2v1 situation with that Petal Dance being able to take down that Decidueye. They're going to Giga Drain that Umbreon. Greninja ended up using their Unite move to just finish the job and knock out that Umbreon.
Yeah, we have a level 11 Greninja on the map right now at 5 minutes 40, so it's quite incredible and a great performance from Darkshades here. But all is not lost. There are some yellow dots able to be captured from Black Glasses. They need to be able to, I guess, convert and get some of these Unite moves back online. I mean, Blastoise is still lacking it, still level 8 at the moment. I'm not sure whether this push is the smartest thing they can do.
I guess it's, yeah, just trying to get some KOs, try to get some experience, considering we do have Black Glasses that are quite behind in levels. You still don't have a Blastoise that has its Unite move. That Solar Beam did end up missing their mark, not really being able to chip out away much damage. Greninja was able to force out that Mew Unite, but a great Surf from Boss Bros to go and take out that Greninja. He's down for 15 seconds.
Yeah, that's just great experience from the level 10 Mew already, but here comes Venusaur, a level 11 as well. They've been just farming on the opposite side as well. Verdant Anger comes on, gets negated by the Hydro Typhoon, but there's just no one on Black Glasses to follow that up because they had to retreat to their own pad.
Yeah, they ends up getting taken down. Umbreon also gets caught out by that X-Scissor, was able to use the eject button and the foul play back onto that pad, back to safety. Venu is going to try and get a dunk, but quickly stopped by that Decidueye and pushed on back by that Hydro Pump from the Blastoise.
And you know, I think it's also so smart to take the Hyper Voice Sylveon away from Black Glasses because we need some Pokemons that can shred down a tanky Crustle with a Blissey and also a Petal Dance Venusaur. And all they have is a Decidueye. But because the Decidueye has gotten the Spirit Shackle moveset, they don't really have that rip potential as much as a Razor Leaf one. So I really want to see, I guess, Dark Shades take advantage of this going into it. They don't want to lose any Pokemon such as like Greninja out of the blue because, you know, on paper, they do have that sustain that Black Glasses might have trouble taking down.
Yeah, well, they don't. I guess they have the wish from the Umbreon, but I guess in terms of the cooldown, Blissey is able to pump out a little bit more healing in comparison. But you do have members pivoting up towards this top Regieleki instead of prioritizing that Registeel. We do have Venusaur being able to pop out the Unite move, but quickly get taken down, and that is going to be traded off for the Umbreon as well. Regieleki is at a half HP here. Mew trying to make an escape from this Greninja who's gone in with another Unite move of their own, and now Regieleki has been reset to full HP, but Bospro is lurking about with the Mew. You do not want to, get caught out with that Solar Beam.
Yeah, someone in chat said that the Greninja actually went down to the Regieleki beforehand, so this is a round 2 for this, and hopefully they're able to secure that. They will be able to surf it through, and look at that, just running after the Mew at the moment. Regieleki, actually a Pokemon on the map that does a lot of damage if you're not careful there. Buzzwolves Unite, not managed to connect there, unfortunately, and look at this, Kello, level 13. Petal Venu running at this Buzzwole.
Yeah, but also that was after the 3-minute mark, which means Buzzwole isn't going to really have enough time to regenerate its Unite move before that Rayquaza, unless it's going to get their farm on. But even then, looking at the map, there isn't very much wild Pokemon to try and get their Unite move, and they have to deal with that Regieleki as well.
Yeah, this is the battle of the franchises for spectacles here. So with 15 seconds to go, I mean, both teams are just looking to just maybe pump up their levels a little bit more, maybe tick over to the next one. Here comes a level 13 Sylveon. So Dark Shades have definitely done very well for them throughout the 8 minutes. Let's see how this Rayquaza goes. Both teams already in pit, which is great to see. It all depends how this Greninja Unite with the Blister system goes here.
This is very different in comparison to the last game that we witnessed where it was such a close match. But you can see Dark Shades, they have quite the lead here. They just need to make sure not to get caught out. You do have a great Spirit Shackle, being able to chip away half of that HP of that Venusaur. Blastoise is going to go in with the Surf, but it isn't going to connect either. It's just waiting for, I guess, Black Glasses to make their move. But I think Dark Shades, they're playing really well, making sure to take advantage of this bottom tier 1 pad. But looky here, we have a backcap, a Hundo going in from that Buzzwole, which means the rest of the teams are going to go brawl it out for.
Pressure's just on now. Dark Shade able to put on so much damage as well. Blastoise will going to go down as well. Knock comes out from Decidueye, but someone needs to take out this Greninja before the Decidueye is taken out and traded. And look at this. Both teams just, after all the dust has settled, just going away. Not everyone is on full HP here. Everyone's playing a little bit safer, but they know it is going to be quite close of a battle as before. Both teams have rip potential, but which one is going to, start the action first for this refight of the Rayquaza? There are only 50 seconds left.
Oh, I mean, both teams, yeah, as you mentioned, they're a bit more even. They both still have that advantage of the bottom tier 1 pads, but you can see Black Glasses, they're feeling the pressure. They must know that they are not in the lead here, so they're going to try and shred down this Rayquaza, but you do have a Dark Shade still circling around, trying to get their picks, but they're a bit scattered. A great Surf to just zone out that Sylveon, and now Rayquaza is super low HP, and it ends up being the Greninja after all of the work that Black Glasses just did to go and yoink away the shields, and now that is just going to seal the deal because Black Glasses, there's no one left up to defend.
Yeah, that was so unfortunate. I wish the Buzzwole was closer with the Decidueye there, especially because they have the Unite move and the ability to just grab someone away, because they knew the Greninja was topside as well. So if they just stuck with the Decidueye, maybe they were able to just stop that Surf from going through. But regardless, a very well played from both teams. It definitely got very close towards the end, didn't it?
It really did. just to remind everybody, because of the spectate mode, it has actually switched sides there. So we're going to give it a Dark Shades. Their second pip, you can see Desired with the 12 KOs. I think despite Desired getting the 12 KOs, Chubbs on the Venusaur was quite a presence as well, with their Petal Dance and Crunchy with the Sylveon. Some great plays, but Sensu Whale, 131k healing, and that's what I'm saying. Just the Blissey heals in comparison to an Umbreon heals, just nothing can match it.
No, nothing can, and I mean, like, we can also see the Umbreon healing as much as they can as well, but Blissey is just one of the classic, you know, pocket healers, isn't it? Like, just you run around and make sure this Greninja stays alive, or make sure the Venusaur is in play as well, and they just go and run through the team. So, well done. And that means that for the first round of their own respective pool, they're going to be able to lock in potentially a better seeding for next week.
Oh, okay. We have. Ooh, here's what we have. We have GZ up, who are up against
Ninkinong?
Okay. So we probably won't go watch that one. We do have Retirement Home, which is up against Final Geese. And we also have Infinite, who are up against Antic. We could probably go watch do we want to go watch Retirement Home versus Final Geese?
Sure. Some familiar names in both of the teams here, so.
All right. Yeah. Do you folks want to take this one away?
Sure.
All right. Let's go. That was 6 minutes ago, so it's been on for a little bit. It's been on for a little bit of time. Thankfully, we're able to fast forward there and able to catch this one.
And did you guys see the Twitter post by Retirement Homes with the picture with all the?
Oh my gosh!
That was the announcement for the for the team roster for the regional. So I thought that was really, really funny.
Here we go. It's me and you, I believe, Fu. Yes, let's go. We got Venusaur, Eevee, Blastoise, Eevee once again, Crustle going through. And we've got a Blaziken and a Chandelure coming out for, especially on the central area for a Final Geese. What do you make of Chandelure at the moment in the current meta?
I think it's a Pokemon that's very underrated. I think the damage potential in that Pokemon is quite incredible. However, the mobility will make it a little bit hard to, I guess, play it to its optimal, I guess, way if the enemy team is just constantly diving you. So I guess the onus will be on Retirement Homes just to make sure this Shandy never comes online early, right? And just whatever move they choose, I think it's still going to be quite impactful into that team. Now, looking at the Sylveon already online, Stu, making sure that they are, making their presence known in the top path. They might do the, I guess they call it the Japanese rotation and just have 4 members overload this top. I mean, so far, it feels like Final Geese only have 3 people, so this might be a little bit of a stomp. Let's see how that goes.
3v4 situation. The Venusaur's coming in. The Hyper Voice just going on to the Eldegoss and Chandelure. Retirement Home are just going to get the majority of that farm as the Poison Powder does come up from the Venusaur. Just having to force everyone off the base. Sylveon almost going down here. It does end up getting taken down by the Chandelure. Great defense by the side of Final Geese. And now Retirement Home are just going to have to go down. Maybe push too far there. They did have the numbers advantage, but just pushing up onto an enemy base, maybe not the best idea, especially with the health that they had and the damage that Chandelure can put out. But Mew and excuse me, Mew and the Trevenant down bottom just having their way here. We want to make sure that they get online, but now we go Combustion trying to go in. Is he going to get caught out? He does get caught out by the Combustion, just trying to get those stacks in, Fu, but unsuccessful that time around.
I mean, just the power of that Lampert before that. The burn ticks are just not allowing you to score as much, and it did manage to catch out some people. So here comes the Flamethrower, it seems, that this Lampert has chosen for the set, which means they're going to be able to get the resets as long as they keep their distance. Now, this Trevenant just managed to get out there, has the passive was proc there, and the Focus Man as well. So look at the Hyper Voice proving to be very strong on the side of Retirement Homes here. And this might be a second, I guess, engagement here. Venusaur Beam, I should say, comes through. Level 7 Venusaur already. So very, very well done by the Venusaur there. Speaking of level 7, though, we have another OG starter, Blastoise, coming online as well.
Whether the shell has come online, Blaziken just going in, trying to get that farm back to it. Chandelure is fully evolved into a big candle. And now Blastoise going in with the rapid spin through. We know the amount of damage it's able to be put out, especially combined with the solar beam. Now, Retirement Home is just pressuring this base as much as they can. Umbreon just going to have to get out, trying to heal with that Wish. The solar beam, rapid spin combination, such big damage output from Retirement Home, but that time around not able to do too much with it, as we have both Reggies have been spawned as Blaziken comes online. But now for it looks like both teams are going to make their way down to the bottom Reggie and prioritize the Reggie steal, so important in this game.
Yeah, Final Geese looks like they're here at the objective before and early here, but look at this. Just the tree not able to zone out as much as possible. Get the Hyper Voice, he's going to be able to shred it down. The new beam comes through, trades with the Venusaur beam as well, but Trevenant will go down here. Chandelure will be able to trade it out for that Crustle as well. And now this is just a scramble for this Reggie steal, right? Everyone wants the buff on the attack. Everyone wants the experience as well. We have a Mew secure against the Venusaur as well. Who's going to be able to get this? The beams are firing off, but the Venusaur is going to say, it is mine today. This is Solar Beam. It is going to be good. And look at this. Umbreon able to pick out a Chaos Streak of 2 as well. And just pushing on that Wish move. You know, look at that. Oh, the Unite move is going to be a little bit too strong. I was going to say, maybe able to escape that engagement there. But eject from Venusaur. He's going to be able to save it as well. Come on. Chaos Streak of 3? Where did this Chandelure come out of?
Chandelure, we know how strong it is. That Unite move's so good, especially blinding anyone that's in its target, being able to put big damage on. That Poltergeist Flamethrower moveset being able to slow as well, just ensuring that Chandelure is going to get its resets here as Final Gear still trying to push onto the bottom base, but the Hyper Voice Sylveon plus the Umbreon just going to have to force everyone back. Now, we are seeing a Woodhammer Trevor, which is different, but the Crustle Rock Tomb, along with the Verdant Anger from the Venusaur, managing to take out 2 people as Retirement Home decide to fight back on the Chandelure engage below, but the 44 base, this base is left on 4. We could see a nice big 26 overcap come through from the Crustle. Wow, through these Crustle Rock Tombs, these players are putting on a clinic of how to trap people in, and that Venusaur Verdant Anger combination with the Rock Tomb combination proving to be so strong and very costly for Final Geese because they decide to stick around.
And look at this Blaziken in trouble yet again, a 3v1, able to win it for Retirement Homes. And this poor Elder Goss is going to try to defend the pad before their team rocks up here. Trevenant finally here as well. Mew and Chandelure able to just help out the defense as well. I mean, I really like the draft that Retirement Home has brought out today. I mean, it's just 3 very tanky front lines. They've taken away a good counter, which is Sylveon, which has synergy with the Hyper Voice for the Solar Beam. So here comes the Eject Hydro Typhoon. Great knock up there. And maybe the Spin to Win able to make an impact here. Look at this. Just in the Flux Zone, not caring at all about the slow as well. But I think Jeremy just pushing a little bit too hard there. It did do its mark though. It takes out the Trevenant as well with the Umbreon. And so this is just a no love for Regieleki. We just want to fight it out in this top path.
These teams just want to fight. Chandelure barely getting out on just over 1 HP there. The Mew Solar Beam's trying to figure out the Crustle. The Rock Tomb's so good, especially being able to trap them in with the Rapid Spin combination. But what I'm noticing through is that anytime that Sylveon has Hyper Voice down, that Poltergeist moveset is going on. So it's limiting the movement of the Sylveon. That Hyper Voice still able to shred it down, but now Final Geese is deciding just that they want to go for the Lecky. They've decided not to fight anymore. It's just Lecky time as the Lecky does decide to reset. The Flamethrowers are firing. The Fire Fists are going. There's the Poltergeist coming on in. The Hyper Voice is going in onto the Trevor, making sure the Eldegoss is popping into Unite. Umbreon's popping into Unite as well. And the Solar Beams are coming through. The Fire Fists are going on top of the Venusaur. Fire vs Earth. Who's going to win this one? Can the Venusaur get the Solar Beam secure? The Blaze Kick is there. And it does manage to secure. But Blaziken goes down as a KO streak of 3 comes out for the Sylveon. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Venusaur that took out the Blaziken. My apologies. Sylveon only gets a KO streak of 2. But again, Final Geese getting... No, I'm mistaken again, Fu. It was a KO streak of 3, and Venusaur kicking up the 4th KO. But that Regieleki has walked in, and they've gotten the points. Good engage. Turned out to be more beneficial for Final Geese that time around.
Yeah, a bit interesting Unite move here coming out from Knight. It was 250, so it definitely needs to farm it back. But I guess the value is there, taking out 2 members of Final Geese. I do have to say, though, something that Retirement Home has done very well this game is, you know, while there was a fight up top, the Blastoise was doing that basement Reggie, gaining a bit of buff for the team and also experience, as well as cleaning up the yellow dots on the other side. Whereas, Final Geese committed all 5 members in that top path there. And you can see the levels. We have a level 13 Venusaur already. Well, team of Final Geese still struggling for that level 13 as well. However, less than 100 difference. I think it's still going to be very close going into this Rayquaza fight. Venusaur not having their Unite move is going to be a little bit of a struggle, but they know they're in the lead and they are able to stall it out and, I guess play a little bit slower for their team. I'm sure they'll be able to get it back in track.
But level 14 Venusaur, as the big green dragon does decide to appear. Level 13 Blastoise, 3 level 12s on the side of Final Geese as both teams prepping strong. There is an 80-point game that we have with us with 2 minutes left on the map. Poison Powder going through as the Solar Beams are coming off from the Mew and the Venusaur. And here we go. There's the engage, the Midnight Prounce from the Umbreon. The Verdant Anger has come out. The Phantom Forest has come out as well. The Solar Beams are firing. The Rapid Spins are going. The Horn Leeches are on. And the teams are just scrambling for anything. Chandelure and Blaziken are down for the side of Final Geese. Hydro Typhoon comes out and is a 3v5 situation as Trevor has no choice but to just force himself on to the Venusaur, but goes down for his Rose, takes a Solar Beam to take him down. But Mew and Eldegoss are now in that zone here. Here it goes. The Rayquaza's down. The Eldegoss secures for Final Geese, but the shields are just going to get ripped. But I still think the Chandelure has a shield. I don't know who else has a shield on the side of Final Geese, but look at this food. They're going to have to try and score. The buffs from the shield are going to help with the defense. Crosswell goes down. 2 members down for the side of Retirement Home as Chandelure still has a shield food. This game is anyone's.
They need to chauffeur this Shandy to score because they know if they just get a Hundo Burger in, Lobo, they're going to be able to win this game. And, some miracle with that Eldegoss securing there. So I like the fact that the Trevenant has gone down to the bot path just to maybe show and, bait out any Pokemon hiding in the bush. Looks like Jeremy is very smart here. Doesn't get baited.
No.
Just the spin to win. Is able to take it down. What a fantastic, I guess, I held on to the bush and the hiding spot that Jeremy has done there. Look at this. This potentially has won them this game. I mean, this is just a great show of the understanding, right, of not only points, but speaking of points,
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Did not help at all.
But wait, Fu, there was an Umbreon. There was an Umbreon cap of 50. Knight was managing to get a bottom dunk of 50 in the bot lane, which went to 100, and it's still...
Oh my... I didn't even see that. Wow.
There was still a 100-point K. Both teams scoring 100 points. But wow, the patience of Jeremy on the blast. That Trevenant was trying to make himself a nuisance there. We saw the Trevenant just dancing on it, saying, find me. Maybe the Trevenant should have Horn Leech into that bush to try and find the Blastoise because that Chandelure shield got ripped so quickly. What a game. What a game.
I do want to say though, Lobo, I wonder why the Chandelure actually went to that bot path there with since the Blaziken was with it on top. So I don't know the idea of the rotation going down. Maybe it's just because the Trevenant thought that there was no one there after, standing on pad for so long. But kudos to Jeremy though, that won them the game.
I have a feeling it might have something to do with the Umbreon being present in the top side. And as they were there, they thought maybe the Umbreon would take too long to shred down to get the score. And even though they had the shield, but I don't know, even then, Unite Climbing managing to get that that back dunk in again. What smart play but again, the Eldegoss secure on the Rayquaza, which, we say there's a Ray, there's a way. Sometimes that is not the case.
I mean, it definitely came down very close. Did you have any thoughts on that game, Kello? I mean, it just went from 0 to 100 real quick towards the end. So, oh, you're muted, Kello.
I'm muted. Sorry. I was gonna say 0 to hero with the Eldegoss being able to get the shields. Now, obviously, Chandelure, they were able to hold on for so long. I feel like if they waited for that Blastoise to finish their rapid spin first and then go in, I guess. Time is of the essence. It's just like the pressure. We only have 20 seconds left. I have to go and dunk. But I feel like just that tiny little bit of patience with that 3 seconds to wait for the move to finish. Because, rapid spin, like that rapidly shreds your shield. So, I guess it just came down to timing. But no, very intense final stretch there. It wasn't, until the last 50 seconds where all the action just went kapow like fireworks, even though there's no Delphox there. All right, so we have LDR up. who are going up against Friends of Ray. LDR are actually 1 up on Friends of Ray currently. So they are 7 minutes into the match. So we could probably watch this first, and then by the time we finish this, we should have another match. And it's just matches.
Cool. So,
I was going to say Fu and Killer, if you want to take this one.
Oh, sure. I don't mind.
All right, let's go. I have to update our names here. So we can do that. But we do have LDR over on the purple side.
Yep.
And
Friends of Ray.
So we have actually spectated Friends of Ray a little bit earlier as well. But what do we think about these team compositions, Fu?
I mean, just quickly having a scan, we see a Dragonite coming on, chosen for Final Geese here. So I think it's a great pick if you are going to Hyper Beam set just for that secure potential. Blastoise, I mean, these are just some very classic and typical great meta picks, right, for both of these teams. We have the Crustle coming out and the Sylveon as well. But a lot of Bulbasaurs or Venusaurs today, Kello, for any of the teams that we spectated.
Yeah, it seems like even then, like it's Pedal Dance Venusaur, which I feel like in terms of the recent meta that we've had, Venusaur seemed to be the play for a lot of teams. But I guess that's a thing with patches, new Pokemon being released. I mean, even though we don't actually get a Phalanx here, I guess just teams just trying to pick up new strats. Because I feel like teams end up just working out how to counter certain things as well.
Yeah, and I mean, surely they're watching the games from the other regions as well, right? Taking some inspiration from there. But here comes a little bit of action up top here. Umbreon able to just block out any of the additional damage going on Chi-Chi on that Dodrio. Look at this. I thought they might rock the new Dodrio skin. I was quite excited if that was going to happen. But it's got the 3 hats as well, so very, very cute skin going in. And look at that, already in the central area of the opposition team. That's what Dodrio is so good at doing, isn't it? But might be caught out here, though. Here comes Hyper Voice. But look at that, Slowbro able to pick up that KO.
Yeah, definitely a risky maneuver. It is going to be taken down along with that Sylveon, as they were not able to escape the icy shards of Tomato. This is going to give enough space for Friends of Ray to soak up all of these Swablu's and Altaria in that middle section to themselves. Dodrio, circling around out that bush, trying to get their moves up, were able to get a KO onto that Glaceon, but now they're gonna pay the price. No, they don't. They actually end up making a quick escape.
Oh, look at that. Eject Solar Beam coming out from the Venusaur, able to take them one Pokemon down as well. Oh, Dragonair will go down as well. And this early aggression is proving to be quite valuable, I think. And for Legends reappear here, and certainly a little Glaceon with the Ice School Spear, but not able to just, I guess, put up with the onslaught of the Hyper Voice and the Crustle as well. I mean, that's such a great combo as we talk about Hyper Voice and Venusaur, but also Hyper Voice and Rock Tomb, Polo. Trapping the enemy in and then just making them listen to your screaming is a great tactic, proven today.
Yeah, it definitely is. This is Squirtle not able to escape the beak of that Dodrio, and now that is going to allow them to get some dunks. Icy wasn't going to go and dunk in there too, but we do have that basement Reggie here. It is going to be a Regirock. Manny trying to make an escape as the Dragonite is on its tail. Not that Crustle has a tail. It gets taken down by that Hyper Beam. But look at this. Sylveon putting the work onto this Regirock with their Hyper Voice, and a 3 KO streak for Zavi too.
And here comes a huge overdunk for that. They just need to take down this Slowbro and the Wartortle, but I think it's very smart for Friends of Ray to just give that pad. They don't really want to lose any more Pokemons because they're very behind in level scale. We have a level 10 Venusaur, but you know, some members of Friends of Ray are still struggling to get that final evolution, namely that Wartortle, which really needs to become a Blastoise going into this 6-minute mark.
Yeah, you do have Umbreon giving up on that Regieleki, knowing that it just doesn't have enough power to solo it. Not like a Trevenant that we have seen it previously, but we do have Chi-Chi up here for some assistance with their Tri-Attack, followed up with Venusaur as well, as we do have Sylveon just lurking about, probably just trying to get some eyes, going to go and soak up these birds, but there's 45 seconds left until Friends of Ray have their jump pad, so it'll be really interesting to see whether Legends Reappear are going to continue keeping the pressure on, or whether they're going to back off here, Fu.
I mean, they have 200 in the lead, and they have the levels as well. So as long as they don't, go in too aggressively and get knocked out accidentally, they're going to be able to potentially push this in. Here comes Dodro, triple trample going into the opposition bush there. But look at that, just so good with that tri-attack to just turf down that Dragonite as well. Bliss Assistance tries to hold on with the Blastoise over there, but it's just not going to be enough as the onslaught of their team is just going to go through. I mean, Legends appearing in this tier 2 pad of Friends of Ray, and they're going to be able to break it. That's going to be 308 to 0 points, Gallo.
Regieleki going into the pad. We don't need it. We are going to go and dunk in our points without the assistance and go and break that pad themselves. Nonetheless, Regieleki was a great assistance there just to keep the pressure, get some stuns, and keep Friends of Ray distracted as they ended up just getting damaged and knocked on out.
Now, going up in this basement Reggie fight, we do have a Unite advantage coming out from Friends of Ray. There are going to be 3 Unites possible, so I really want to see them take advantage of this and maybe either shred this Reggie Steel and get a Unite move on, like a Dojo or something like that from that Slowbro or the Venusaur even. Oh, but it gets taken down so quickly, Kello. The damage output is going to be incredible, but Dragonite able to just make sure they get that secure, and potentially this is a comeback for their team. Glaceon pops their Unite move as well. Sylveon will go down. This Glaceon has the spears ready to go. More Hyper Beams coming out from Paps as well, and it's just going to be a poor Dojo, and I don't think they're going to be able to stop 4 or 5 people going into this bottom part.
The triple trample almost interrupting that Dragonite score there. They were able to get in a cap of 30. Dragonite is going to use their Draco Crash, not onto anyone in particular, but I guess that is just going to speed them up towards this Regieleki, as I think they want to just go and focus on this and look at taking this tier 1. And considering this is going to be a home base Reggie, you probably don't want to give it to LDR here.
No, you don't. And look at this, Hyper Beam goes through, but the Sylveon is going to be able to go through. I mean, that's just luck of the draw there. Very well done by Ethos just to make sure that they do have this possible basement. Reggie, top Reggie going into that home pad there. And suddenly, Chaos Trigger 3 for Venusaur. It's going to be a Slowbro with a Blastoise. Will the Slowbro need to use the Unite here and maybe not have it for the Rayquaza? Let's see.
I think it was a misaim there from Paps as well, because the Dragonite actually ended up locking their Hyper Beam onto the Sylveon, while the Sylveon was focusing on the Regieleki, so not being able to get that last hit. A great Surf to go and save that Dragonite from that Blastoise, but it does... Oh, no, it doesn't end up getting caught out by the Rock Tomb, as they were forced to use their Eject move before the Rayquaza. Venusaur does end up getting taken down along with the Umbreon, and Manny is still left standing, but no longer, as they cannot sustain against those Icicle Shards. A 2 KO streak for Tomato there.
Yeah, it looks like Legends Reappear might be playing with the food a little bit here, getting knocked out on 2 of their main, high-level Pokemon. That gives the Glaceon level 13, as well as the Dragonite as well. So I think all is not lost if you're Friends of Ray. They know that they've got, this glimpse of hope here with those levels, and it all depends on who gets this Rayquaza, because there's only a 200 points difference, which is very easily counterable once you get that Rayquaza shield.
Yeah, they need that Rayquaza shield, or even going and getting a back cap up in the top path, but you do have a telekinesis onto Ethos. Wasn't able to follow up with any damages. We do have a fight happening here. Dodrio does end up getting caught out by that slow beam, and Dragonite gets taken on down, followed up by that X-Sizzle and Zavi on the Venusaur, giving enough space. A team wipe on Friends of Ray, and that is going to go over to Legends Reappear. We're going to speed on through. Don't think there's very much that Friends of Ray can actually do here. So I guess it's done and dusted, and then that way we'll be able to see the stats potentially catch the next match. But oh gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh! Zavi!
Yeah, not much happening for Friends of Ray, but definitely a lot of things happening for Legends Reappear there. Chaos Trigger 5 to end the game off, and possibly, get a really good, dominant, message out to the rest of the teams, right? They're here to not just play, but to win as well. I think Hyper Voice Sylveon was just so good there, right? Ethos just hassling the Dragonite whenever it's looking to secure. Just the damage output is just going to be quite insane, and the results speak for itself of the dominating performance.
I feel like half of those KOs just ended up coming at the end. 19 KOs for Zavi. I think it was like a 6 KO streak at the end there. Don't think there's very much, I guess. The story just told itself. We can have a look at the damage output.
Oh
Zavi
my
on the
God.
Venusaur, 143k. You also have Ethos with 109 and Chi-Chi. Triple 100 on the side of LDR. Holy macaroni.
Oof. They came in with a message and also line as well. I mean, that is a good, I guess, indication of what they can bring to those final 2 days, Kello and Lobo. I mean, Lobo, did you have any idea about that game or any thoughts? Because that seemed to be quite a showcase for LDR.
The triple 100, ridiculous. I mean, they held in. Friends of Ray, they held in very well until the end. They had a good Ray fight. The slow beam on the Dodrio with nobody else to follow up was a little bit unfortunate there. But the 6 KO streak from Xavi towards the end, and then ended up getting the Glaceon as well. So 7 KO streak as well. Insane. A triple 100k damage. Especially on those mons, we usually see that kind of damage outputted on Sylveon and Venusaur, but the Dodrio, Chi-Chi with the Dodrio, insane. The legends reappeared. I think we have to stop saying they reappeared because they're here. They're here to stay. I mean, again, this is the team that took out this competition last year with their underdog story, but I don't think we can. They're not the underdogs this time round. Not at all.
I guess for those folks that aren't familiar with the OCEC or what happened last year, now this is obviously a returning team. It isn't the same roster that we did have from last year. However, you do have 3 out of the 5, being that Icy, Zavi, and Chi-Chi. Liz, who was also on that team, known as their defender, has actually moved over onto Antic, and they have pretty much locked in their spot for Worlds, I believe, with the championship points they've accumulated throughout the season. So I guess regionals, especially come next week, it's to get that second slot. You win regionals, you lock in your ticket to Honolulu, Hawaii. So today we're just playing for that seeding, but they have recently gone on to a tangent here. Ethos, who actually represented on the world stage last year on behalf of Exo. And you have Manny also joining the fray here. Kind of Manny just floating about here and there, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Is there any teams in particular that Manny is well known for? From the top of my head, I can't remember. I'd have to go through my notes.
Was Manny not a part of GZ a little while back?
Manny was part of GZ a while back, but this is a few cups ago.
A few cups ago.
Yeah, I guess the storyline for regionals for us is, yes, Antic have locked in from performance points, championship points, I should say, not performance. That's before Masters. But I guess for them, they still want to be able to win the regionals to get the travel award, right? Because that's what every team is eyeing for. You're going to be able to get a bit of cash to just help your trip going there, and what more to just have free flights to Hawaii of all places. And for all the other teams, they're obviously vying for that, second slot, right? Because we know championship points, we have the leader already, but if they are able to gain some points and maybe take that second spot or even win regionals, Lobo, that's another ticket to Hawaii as well.
But you also want to make sure if Antic win, the team with the second most amount of championship points are going to get that second slot. So, it's great for Antic that they were able to secure their spot to Worlds already. The boys have worked very, very hard, as of all these teams. But again, regionals is always there for an upset, for something to go through, and those 2 slots, so important.
Nah, for sure. I mean, from what we've watched today, Lobo, I'm keen to see the action they're going to bring the next week. But for the first time in the season each year, right? It's all about extending the competition for over 2 days. It's not just a double elim. It's like a group stage, right? And the top 8 come out of this top 16, or in this case, top 13. And then we've got that double elim on that Sunday, which also happens to be Mother's Day as well. So a lot of celebration for that day for sure for a lot of people.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we have our next match. It is going to be Legends Reappear versus Corporate Family. So we might go watch that there. 3 minutes in. I do want to catch Retirement Home versus GZ. But there on there it says that the players have been called. So I'm guessing we can probably speed through this the beginning of this. And then we should hopefully be able to catch Retirement Home versus GZ as well.
Will the family be on the purple side?
I'll fix up the stuff. Just give me a moment. All right, this is Steel Pool 2. So, yeah, we just saw, I guess, the back end of the Legends reappear from that last round. So
yeah, absolutely. But we've got Blaziken, Eldegoss, Colossal, Eevee, and a Mimikyu. Always love seeing the Mimikyu come out. I'm very keen to see if it's going to be a play rough or a Shadow Claw build. But the Gyarados, once again, has come out in full force. Want to make sure that gets that effort good. But we've got a Dragonite in the central area. That Hyper Beam secure is so potent, especially getting 3 Dragon Dances up. And Magikarp could go down here to the Eldegoss as it does. No, it does manage to get that stack up and just tries to eject out. We want to make sure that Magikarp stays alive, but no, ends up going down to the tiny little Torchic in the top lane. But, oh, sorry, that was the Eldegoss that managed to take it down. The Electro Ball secure, proving too strong in the bot lane as Mimikyu is now here on the top side with both Jungle Buffs as Dragonair decides to come up as well. Mimikyu already has that Shadow Claw online and it's going to be a 3v3 situation. The Gyarados has gone online. The corporate family versus the Legends reappearing once again. Here we go. Kilo, I believe the top Bs are forming. The bounce Gyarados has gone in. The Shadow Claw going on. Mimikyu gets taken down very, very quickly as Eldegoss and Blaziken are still not online, and that is a 4v3 in the top lane, and Legendary are just going to take control of this match early.
yeah, I think having that Gyarados come online so early, being able to get that assist, even though they ended up getting taken down, they know they have the power. They are going to go out on the prowl onto Captain Tem, dive on in with their bounce and get the KO as well. With their Dragonite, I guess their partner in crime, both of them, I guess, being the blue noodles. The blue noodles are out.
the dangerous blue noodles are out, but so strong here. Gyarados, like, we know Mimikyu Shadow Claw so good with the resets it's able to go, but Gyarados and Dragonite inside that central area, along with the Blissey, this Gyarados is going to eat well in this game if the family cannot stop it from scoring and even just getting those levels, because Kilo, that Dragonite is that Gyarados is already level 7 heading into these 720Bs. Oh my gosh, Mimikyu going down once again. They have to find a solution for this noodle.
Kian needs to get their level 4 ASAP. We still have a Combusken that's struggling at level 5. Dragonair was able to secure all of those Swablues and Altaria to themselves, which means they have now evolved into the Orange Dragon, the Dragonite. So they're going to dive on through to that onto that Combusken, and Combusken ends up becoming fried chicken there.
Oh, I love me some fried chicken, but not when it's seen like that. That bounce plus Hyper Beam combination so strong. I think Kayla, the Glaceon's going to have to come in and do some damage to that Gyarados, because right now it's just having free reign as it's going to solo that top Lecky by itself as the rest of the teams move down to this bottom Reggie. That spawned 20 seconds ago as Dragonite is just going to, Regice, it's just going to use those Hyper Beams to try and shred this down.
Yeah, but look at that. Both the dragons being on objective duty. It ends up being the Mew that gets the hit, but you still have the team being able to shred that out, secure both of those objectives at the same time, and now look for some KOs. You do have Blaziken that has come online. He's trying to defend up against that Gyarados up in that top path, but the Hyper Beams are just packing a punch, Lobo.
Absolutely. Mimikyu missing that Shadow Sneak onto the Blissey. Could have been able to jump to that Blissey to try and avoid the Hyper Beam. It's so strong. And now Gyarados, we've seen this before with GG. They just like to stay in the enemy central area because there's trust in the team to just deal with whatever else is going on whilst they deny that central area they farm. But here they go, the Bliss assistance is going on. Legendary appears, deciding that they want to push this fight. The dance is coming in from the Gyarados. The Glacial and Icicle Spear is going to, and the Castle Rock 2 X is a combination, going to take down the Blastoise. The Glacial stage is set, the Icicle Shards flying, but no, Gyarados has gone under the water and popped that Dragon Typhoon as it goes through. The Mimikyu ult does not do as much damage as we wanted to do, and Legends reappear, just proving to be an unstoppable force heading into these pads. A
beautiful overdunk there of 32 from that Mew that is going to delete both of those tier 1 pads, 27 to 278. I mean, it is going to give corporate family comeback experience with the Indeedee. So it's just a matter of trying to get these levels. But you have 4 level 8s on the side of corporate family. And look at the levels on the side of Legends Reappear. 11, 10, and another 11 plus a 2 level 9s. Like, it is rough in this household right now.
Absolutely. The family really needs to come together and sort this out. The Blaster is going in. Blaziken just caught out once again, getting stunned. The Solar Beam getting out, and it does no. It just able to get out with the Hyper Beam. No, but the Muse boosted auto takes down the Blaziken. Oh, and the Gyarados once again, Kilo. Such smart ulting on the Gyarados. First avoiding the Icicle Shard, then avoiding the Shadow Claw by Mimikyu. Really, really smart because it's not being able to be targeted. The Hydro Typhoon taking down the Mimikyu once again. Oh my goodness. The family is having a problem here.
Yeah, and you can see LDR, they're not really having a care. They're not going to push on forward towards that T2. Instead, they just want to focus on starving corporate family here, not giving them any experience with those Swabblers and Altaria. You do have Dragonite getting eaten by that Mimikyu, close to being taken down, but the scratches just weren't enough.
No, the Dragon Dance plus all the boosted orders that Dragonite is able to produce, the damage is so insanely strong. Mimikyu very, very strong with the Shadow Claws. It almost looked like it could have gotten in if it just got one of those resets once again, but unable to do it. But here we go. The family is now trying to push to the top side. The Gyarados is all the way bottom with 50 points just by itself. Again, the Glaceon going down. Crossel trying to exit right away. Has to pop that Unite to survive. Popping out of Rock Tomb, the Hyper Beam and the Solar Beam combinations. Still not managing to do too much damage, but Kilo, there is a 50 score going into that bottom base as LDR has just made camp in the family's central area.
Yeah, they're making magic happen here, just being able to keep the pressure on. They are going to pop that Mew Unite move. They are going to get it back. It's 3 minutes and 25. Oh, the eject button on that overheat wasn't able to land its mark, and you do have the corporate family falling on down. Their house is collapsing right now, Lobo.
The business deals have not gone through. The contracts are not being voided. The contracts are being voided. The family is struggling right now. 37 to 378 with 1 minute left to go. Legends Reappear, Kilo level 13 Dragonite, level 14 Gyarados, with Mimikyu just able to get to that level 12. Again, we say where there's a Ray, there's a way with the Glaceon rip ability and the secure ability of the Blaziken, but I feel like a level 14 Gyarados, even a level 7 Gyarados is hard to deal with, but now it's level 14 nearing that level 15 mark.
Oh, it's not just the Gyarados. You have Icy there on the Blissey, just being able to sustain that Gyarados, even though it ended up getting whittled down to half HP. It's just having that support. You do have Ethos here trying to shred down this Regieleki. There is 20 seconds left to go until the final stretch, but you have just moves being pumped on out, and KOs once again are falling. The economy is crumbling for this family right now, as Crustle has been forced to use the Unite move once again. 10 seconds left to go. Regieleki in hand, heading towards that home base. Oof.
They are facing problems in every part of the business, and now LDR are just looking to rip this Rayquaza all the way down. Blastoise going to keep them out. Blaziken trying to get in. Can he come in with? No, the Hyper Beam secure. The Focus Blast is not able to go, but again, Kilo, even with the Rayquaza shields, that Regieleki is still there, and LDR are going to show what a strong performance they just had.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Back to the drawing board for the family. Definitely going to have to reconsider potentially the bans. Is Gyarados worthy of a ban this next round? I think just Chi-Chi being able to get Gyarados so earlier on in the match, it was before the 8-minute 30 mark, right? And from there, it just crumbled around them, just the presence that they had. But it is a best of 3. I think that was their first match. So, let me check. Heck.
We see that very commonly, especially with Speedsters like the Leafeon. When it gets online, it just goes and takes the enemy team's central area. And Chi-Chi did such a good job using that bounce ability to maneuver, and also just the Icy, the healing. Kilo, 142k healing from the Blissey once again, 114k from Xavi, and Ethos bringing it up with 92k. Gyarados is a problem. The little fish that could. He's proving that he can.
Did they play their match?
I mean, it feels like
Okay.
I mean the spotlight has shifted a little bit, I guess. We're just looking at the bans right now. I mean, there's a Zorak and a Delphox ban, so that's kind of targeting both Xavier and Ethos there, both of them playing these two Pokemon. And I mean, this just gives the opportunity for Chi-Chi to just shine, right? Like you said. As the Gyarados comes online, it's going to be quite of a troubling, I guess, a pick for Corporate Family. And perhaps that will go into consideration for that game number 2, right? Because if you think that, the Magikarp evolution's a little bit too tough for you, then you might need to ban it out, which means they need to prep for either a Zorak or a Delphox. I think that's something that you'll see as well. I mean, the good news, I think, for Corporate Family is everyone qualifies. But I think just in terms of, prepping for that next week, you do want to make sure that you do stand a chance against teams that could be a little bit more established, right? We know Corporate Family has just come together. But, I think that's what the advantage of this region's qualifier is that you've got like kind of a leeway, a buffer for you to just practice any of the comps that you want. So, I mean, all is not lost. And I'm glad that they form a team for regionals because the money is up for grabs next week.
That's the thing. I know we had this discussion, Fu, is you make top 8, like minimum top 8, you get $300 USD. So I think, USD. So, I guess in terms of 13 teams, math, 5 teams don't end up, I guess, getting themselves into the money, but 8 teams do. So I guess it's your last chance. This is the last chance, unless you're participating in the last chance qualifiers. But then you have to travel to NAIC. And I think for a lot of us OCE folks, I mean, that's on the other side of the world.
It's a little bit far away.
That's a rough one. I don't know if any. Actually, do you know? Does anybody know? Or maybe it's kept a secret. I don't know. Have the last chance qualifiers been open yet? No.
The registration have been open. The last stretch,
Oh, the final stretch has been open?
Yeah, the final,
Interesting. Well, maybe we can have a look at that as we do wait for some teams. I currently have no teams up, but let's have a quick refresh on the brackets and what's been happening so far today before anything does pop up. So we have Fury going up against Dark Shades. They are 1 up. Antic and DK is still in progress. That's the one that we just watched. Retirement Home versus Ground Zero. Now, this is the one that I definitely want to watch. Naomi did recommend it, so I think we'll probably end up watching this one next, as that is currently in progress. We have Final Geese going up against Ninky Nonk. Oh, so Fury were able to defeat Black Glasses 2-0. Here we go. I guess Antic Esports, top of the region. Retirement Home were able to take down Final. Did we watch that one? I can't remember. I can't remember what we've done.
I think we watched the game 1 of that one.
Yeah, it's the one where Eldegoss secured the ring.
Yes.
Standings, maybe?
Okay,
it doesn't actually
come up. Yeah,
okay, it doesn't.
After it finishes.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think just the looking at the pools as well, Kello and Lobo, I feel like most of the I guess brackets are quite straightforward in terms of having one of the top 3 teams or top 4 teams, and then teams that have either just made up together for the qualifiers, or teams that have just played but they weren't I guess as high up on the leaderboard. The only pool I think that could be up for upsets is the pool number 4, because like Naomi has recommended, I think Retirement Homes versus GZ could be quite an interesting matchup. GZ has a new roster going into these regionals. That's the match we saw. That's just from rankings, I think.
Yeah, I was just having a look at what this is. It has stats. So overall stats, number of upsets. So which says it is with a lower seed 1. Yeah,
so Dark Shades didn't have a lot of points.
Yeah, because Black Glasses, I think they participated in each of the...
yeah, and they've made top 8.
Season. Yeah, they have. Yeah. What's this? Number of shutouts. Matches where all games were won by 1 player. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's if you 2-0.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's if you 2-0.
Fair enough. Interesting.
9 shutouts already.
Yeah.
One of the chef in
to it.
chat has said that they've never seen this page in their life, so maybe it's something new from Star GG. Just a little bit of a...
I was just clicking, trying to have a look at what was here, seeing if there's any information for us to have a look at. So I don't know. I guess, you know, interesting things to look out. But I can see a lot of people who have popped on in entering Alpha Links giveaway. So if you haven't already, be sure to enter that because we will be doing the draw at the end of this stream. It's simple to enter. All you need to do is click the big green button in the channel points, aka the carrot points. It's 100 points, so you either earn channel points by watching the stream. I think you get like 10 points or 50 points for like each 10 minutes you watch. So you stick around for 20 minutes, you have your entry. Or you can also pop a follow, which I believe ends up giving you 300 points. So, yes. If you don't want to stick around for 20 minutes, you just want to, you know, enter and run. Fine, take your pick. I mean, why wouldn't you want to stay for us, right?
Exactly.
Genna says, casters, please hydrate. You know what, everybody else, you need to hydrate. I actually am empty, so...
Don't know whether this is really water, but...
I mean,
I have Lucy here with me today. It's a Lucy cup.
Wow.
I don't even know there's so cups like that. What?
Fu, I'll see your energy drink and raise you a 1.2.
With Coke? No, you know what? It's health today. Here we go.
I got Aldi energy drink. Caffeine. Passion fruit, pretty good. Ooh, GZ have just popped on up as Naomi has just informed us. So
Awesome.
let's go ahead. Fu and Lobo, I think we messed up the rotation.
No, I think it's correct because you guys.
So it's back. It's back up to.
It's back to. I think so.
Because you and I, Kilo and I did the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You and Fu did the previous one.
Yeah.
And then
sweet.
I think it's
Let's
me.
go.
Fu and I.
It's all right. We have 3 people. It's all good. Ask it 2 of us. Easy done. Now this is very exciting, Lobo. I am very excited to watch this matchup because GZ, you know, we've seen their performance. They won the March Cup and had really good performances from the April Cup as well. I think they made it into the top 3 at least from memory. But they have a new roster. It's Umbeagle's back, Colwyn is back, Wazup is back, and Joe, obviously playing all the cups this year, is you know, looking to make their mark once again. And here we go. Looks like they're gonna do a little bit of a split here with the double EVs now, able to get that blue buff and, you know, get that level 4 online as quickly as possible.
Such a common thing, especially if you're running double EV. We see Joe heading up into that top lane with the Scyther. But once again, we're seeing a Mimikyu once again. We know how strong Joe is on that Scyther, but could we see once again, through what we've seen very common is a top 4 rotation. As we see the Leafeon heading in, the 3v2 in the top lane, Mimikyu getting that full jungle, the central area clear, as it looks like both teams are just feeling each other out. Hooper in that top lane. But look at this. Oh my god. Retirement House looking to be in trouble straight away. It is a Psyshock build this time round, Fu. Not something that we're usually used to seeing. We're usually seeing the Store Power move, able to get double stun on the Mew and the Crossle as Joe and the Leafeon decide to come down. There's the KO on the Mimikyu, and they've decided to rotate down. They rotated all the way down to bot lane.
You talk about the, 4 members on the top rotation, but they surprised us. It's all 4 members on the bottom path here, and I think it paid off really well because look at this Espeon already, level 5, and Espeon just so good with that Psyshock because there's just barely any Pokemon that can dive the backline except for this Mimikyu. And Mimikyu, if you get dived, we all both know this. We both play Mimikyu. It's literally instantly. You can't see it coming. So I think having Slow Power or Psyshock doesn't really matter here. Cruelly able to hit that level 6 as well, and we can see Joe picking up that Sizzle choice for this team.
The Sizzle has decided to go into the central area after both evolutions are online. This Elder Gods just need to get online. As I say it does come online as we're mating around for the 8-minute central Altaria's War Turtle Cole sitting in that bush just trying to stun up. But look at this. The Crossle is not online once again, and it looks like Ground Zero is just going to get all of this farm as that Bullet Punch combination from Sizzle. Such amazing sustain with the Hooper as well, Fu.
Yeah, speaking of sustain, it seems like Mimikyu has opted for the play rough set, which could be a struggle, I think, going into ground zero, because you can only really pick off the Leafeon and the Espeon. The Sizzle is not going to go down to anything like a play rough. And look at that. Speaking of Sizzle, going in and picking off that Mew as well. And yet again, 4 members of ground zero are just going to look to get some dunks in and possibly break this bottom pad as soon as possible. There we go. And look at that. I think the whole entire bot path space is just belonging to ground zero at the moment. There's not a lot that Retirement Homes can actually do, especially Lobo, after all these birds have gone on the side of ground zero as well.
Absolutely. 10 seconds until the Lecky spawn. It looks like the Hooper Highway is still in effect, but look, they're not really making use of the Hooper Highway. They're kind of just walking their way through, trying to get the farm as they go. But Trevenant trying to chase after the Leafeon does get stopped by the Sizzle. The bullet punches are just firing. The Solar Blade does end up taking down the Trevenant. Like you said, that play rough combination is only going to be able to secure one person. The Sizzle has decided to ult. The Surf coming in from the Blaster trying to push it away. They're still getting their dunks in. The Hooper managed to set the reset, and Joe is just in that flux area. Blastoise scoring. Crossel trying to stop them, but there just isn't any stopping ground zero at this point from Retirement Home Food. The Hooper resets following Joe very quickly because we know he likes to go in and dive and provide his team with some space to actually work.
And look at this, Colwyn just zoning out the team. 3 members of Retirement Home are needed to take this Blastoise down, and they don't even take him down. Jeezy Colwyn able to get out. Just a criminal escape from this engagement there, and you know, Retirement Home has to send people and allocate their resources to stop this Regieleki from going in. And meanwhile, look at this, without missing a beat, Lobo, Ground Zero have taken that basement Reggie as well, and just you know, they came out flying this game. So aggressive, so oppressive on the pads of Retirement Homes, and I mean, they're struggling a little bit now on the side of Retirement Homes, because look at that, levels 3 level 7 still. Well, there's a level 10 Leafeon and a level 10 Sizzle at 5 minutes 45.
Absolutely. We talked at the start how GZ do have a new look roster. These guys haven't played together much, a lot, because GZ had a completely different roster just last month, Fu. So these players have put in the work. We know these players, they're very high level players as well. But something has to be done about GZ's onslaught right now, because we know when they get into this position, right, they're going to look to sit into the enemy area. Blastoise going in. The Mimikyu does go down, Fu. We know that the play rough combination is great isolating, but I think the Shadow Claw reset's able to do a little bit more damage, plus provide just a little bit more movement. And there's the Hydro Typhoon coming up as they look to push to this second tier. The Psychic Solera coming out from the Espeon. The Eldegoss and the Trevin just trying to go, but the Sizzle taking it down. Sizzle popping its Unite move, trying to get these as much space for GZ to make as much help as possible. And the Hooper Unbound just providing even more room for GZ to just keep cooking.
Yeah, I mean, Joe feeling like a raid boss to Retirement Homes right now. I mean, that guy is just not able to get knocked out by any of the mons coming up from Retirement Homes. And, you know, this could spell trouble, because this top pad, like you said, is just broken, and which means the Regieleki could be a home-based one. And you know, meanwhile, the bottom, Rubble Rouser has to be popped from Crustal to stay in the fight here. And look at that, eject from the Crustal, and the Mimikyu Unite will be able to take him down as well. And looks like Espeon's going to be in a little bit of trouble as well. So, level 11 Mimikyu coming out. This could be the game changer. This could be the tide shifter as well, as they're going to look to take this Hooper down. Yes. Oh, Hooper Portal just managed to go through before they get knocked out, which means people on top may be able to send down. Unfortunately, no one's there, but Hydro Typhoon able to just zone them out. Oh, Stu trying to do the impossible there, and I think that's going to be a little bit of a mistake as Leafeon comes up to clean up.
We saw how quickly the tide can turn with a Mimikyu when it starts getting those Shadow Sneak resets on the play there. But look, Cole just so good. Mimikyu trying to return in that push where it was a little bit too obvious on that low health, costing him a little bit, but there was no other option. Again, with 3 minutes left to go, 268 to 16 for Joe is at level 13. We've got 2 level 12 evolutions, but the highest one on the side of Retirement Home is that Mimikyu. They're going to want to take this Regieleki, but it doesn't look like GZ is going to bother too much with it. But as Espeon is here, we know that Psyshock is also such a great secure if it decides to come in. But here comes the Leafeon, and is it going to go? Oh, it goes to the Psyshock Leafeon, and now Retirement Home have a problem.
Now that's gonna be a little bit of a, I guess, a mental setback for Retirement Homes for sure. And look at this, Joe Finally getting taken out by the Mew. I mean, I was, when we were having that conversation before in that basement fight, I was looking on the map to see where Joe was. Joe was just in the central area by himself, versus like 3 members of Retirement Home. I mean, like, I've had Joe in some of my ranked matches, and that's exactly what he does best. He's just in your face for the whole 10 minutes of the game, and it just gets out of most situations there. But I think Mew is very thankful for that KO. They're going to be able to hit that level 12 for that final stretch. You know, with 30 seconds to go, I mean, there's like barely any farm on the side of Ground Zero for them to I guess, capture. So they're all just looking at maybe getting some of these neutral farms, maybe the buffs as well. But, you know, they're going to play a little bit safe here, right? Because there's still the possibility of losing that Rayquaza fight. The difference is like 300. But, you know, when there is a Ray, there is a way, as we always say.
When there's a Ray, there is always a way. 13 seconds left to go, but I think it's also smart by Joe to take the KO there, resetting that takedown timer that he has if he does end up having to go down, because if he goes down early, it might not be the best thing for him. Leafeon just looking to possibly get a back cap here. There's the Hooper Unbound, dragging everyone away from that central base as Leafeon decides to try and score here. And now there's that 50 going in. There is now a 400-point difference close to the Shadow Sneak going in. The Psychic Select catching the Mimikyu. The Hydro Typhoon finally taking down the Mimikyu as well. Crustle gets caught out as well. And this is just a great game plan here from GZ as Joe has gone down. But like we mentioned before, his takedown timer is not too big of a reset, so he's able to come back in pretty quickly. And now GZ are just looking to protect Retirement Home, are gonna have to try and flip this Ray as Leafeon is just making itself a big menace in that area. And I don't know if this is the correct choice by the Trevenant to try and go, but there's the Shadow Sneak onto the possible Mimikyu. No, he does miss that one. 1 minute left to go for as both teams are now converging on that central area.
I mean, with nearly 400 points difference, I think the only thing that Retirement Homes can do is start this Rayquaza and maybe just flip it in the face of Ground Zero, because, you know, if they delay this fight any further, there's not going to be enough time to actually get any points in. There's another 82 on the bottom path here, and I think this is, you know, it has to be the green light to just start this, because, I mean, if they want to stay out of the Retirement Home and maybe get a good seeding for next week, they need to do this Rayquaza, and it's just not going to be enough, because here we go, Cruelly able to secure it for the team. And this game is unfortunately pretty much over. This is just a great, I guess, decision and, I guess, strategy, right, coming out from Ground Zero. They sent the Leafeon to get another dunk in at the start of that fight, using that Hooper portal to kind of bait out the Retirement Home to say that, you know, this is actually where the fight is. But as long as they saw the Leafeon managing to get that 100 points, they knew the gap was so wide that, you know, at the end of the day, even if they lost that Rayquaza, I don't think they would have lost the game at all.
No, we've seen a few things where people are opting to just score instead of taking the Rayquaza, doing the calculations in their head. We know Owen Beagle is so good at doing those calculations, but Cruelly sneaking around, getting that score into the central area. Very smart play. Was up pulling the Hooper Unite as soon as that 2-minute mark came up and provided a nice little bait and switch, and then Owen Beagle also managing to get a dunk in. It just shows that even though these teams have come together last minute, not even last minute, they've probably been playing together for a little while now, a couple of weeks, but the synergy is there. The synergy is there, and now we're going to have to see what Retirement Home can come back to do in the second game. But the raid boss getting the 100k damage there. But I got to give a bit of a shout out to Was Up, because he was always around Joe, just able to put those Hooper portals down in the right spots, getting either Cruelly or Joe or anyone else out. And Cole, massive performance on the Blastoise, just lots of zoning, being able to survive on low HP and prove to be a distraction. Kilo, thoughts on what we just witnessed?
I thought Cruelly disconnected at the end there.
Oh, no.
Because you know how Cruelly was like creeping along the edge? Yeah. And I'm like, has Cruelly disconnected here? But I can see Cruelly's play. They weren't actually DC'd. They were trying to stick to the walls. That way they don't end up getting detected by any of the members of Retirement Homes and getting that sneaky hundo, knowing that they had that Hooper Unbound to teleport them back. In case things went pear-shaped. Espeon being able to go and get a back cap themselves, but yeah, as you mentioned, like Retirement Home, all they had to do was shred, but they just couldn't face the power, the strength that GZ had during that match. So, there we go. I don't know if that was the first one or the second one. Okay, it says one up. Okay. So they'll have another match here.
I think something interesting to point out as well is looking at the bans as well. 3 of the evolutions were banned out of the possible 5. Umbreon, Sylveon, and Glaceon all banned.
Oh, wow.
From the game. So, you know, only Leafeon and you know, GZ actually picked up the other 2, which is Espeon and Leafeon.
Which I think is really, really smart because we've seen how sustainable Umbreon is, one with that wish combination, which could give Joe a problem when he's trying to take down people, as well as the big blue button, as I love to call it. That Glaceon also able to do a lot of shred to that strong front line, especially with Cole and Joe there as well. And then possibly combining that with any of the Shadow Claw resets that we could have gotten instead of the Play Rough. Could have proven to be possibly a little bit more effective in dealing in that front line.
Yeah, I do think that Shadow Claw was probably the move to go through because, you know, one is, can you lock on to any of the members of Ground Zero to begin with, as being with you? But if you lock on and you just do a Play Rough, and if you lock on to someone that's not an evolution, you're actually just sending yourself into a bit of trouble, because once you come out of the Play Rough, I mean, Joe on the Sizzle, he's gonna be like, oh, nice tickle, you know, like, I'm still very much in the playing field here, so I think just things to adapt to for the second year.
But also the ability, we know evolutions usually run either a X speed or an eject button. So, and if you're able to eject out of the way of the Play Rough combination, you're now stuck without a Shadow Sneak reset or without a Play Rough combination. So it is a little bit stronger, but you know, it's GZ. They're going to adapt to anything that gets put in front of them.
Oh,
I guess that's the thing. Like, both of these teams, they're mishmashes of different teams. Like, this isn't the Ground Zero gaming that we saw. Well, actually, it is partly Ground Zero gaming that we saw at the beginning of the season. But then it changed, and then it's kind of, they've run it back with a few new additions there. And then I guess Retirement Homes is... what is it? Dodo 2, Ascendance, Ace. They've had so many names throughout the season. I guess that's the brilliance of the regional, well, I guess just the UCS in general, is it's not attached to the team. Championship points are attached to the player. So no matter which team you end up going onto, and I guess, you know, regionals, that's kind of your last chance besides the final stretch, but I don't know what, as we mentioned earlier, whether we'll end up actually seeing any of the OCE teams participate there. It's kind of just trying to make sure that you have the best team, the best chance possible in order to lock in, you know, that final spot in next week's finals.
That's a great point, actually, because but what I would say is, if they made it so that it was attached to the team, maybe we will have more teams actually
stick together.
You know what I mean? We've had our fair share of roster mania here in OC. I know, you know, across the world there's been a lot in the NA and EU regions especially, but you know, perhaps they changed up next season. I mean, maybe it was it would be disadvantageous for people that are looking to just jump around and getting the best teams throughout the season. But it could also give a great way for teams to actually practice in the off season, knowing that they're locked in for those 4 months next year.
Motivating teams to stay together, absolutely, I think is something.
Pokemon Company, listen to us.
See, personally, I don't agree with that. I think it's good. No, I think it's good that it's attached to the player, because sometimes, you know, you do have teams going in that first or the second month and they just don't gel together. Like, there's a reason why players and teams switch up. It's because, as I said, you're just trying to find the perfect match, the perfect team where you actually gel with and you work well with. I mean, obviously it ends up taking a lot of time and dedication, and this is why I'm personally not a competitor, because I just don't have, you know, that dedication to practice and to scrim and to actually build up that synergy. So I personally I prefer it being attached to the player than just the teams. Otherwise, being locked in for the whole year, things happen with teams. Like, we don't want to go into it, but there's always some sort of drama.
True,
let's be real.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Let's go watch a game.
The trauma has hit. It's too close to home. So are we looking at is this the game number 2? Oh, it is? Okay.
Fu and Kilo,
sure.
Go ahead and get
Let's go. Avarice says I'm on fire today. Whew. We feisty. These teams are feisty.
All right, so game number 2. I mean, looking at a quick scan of the, I guess, Pokemon selected by Retirement Homes here, they've made an adaptation. They've picked up the Wiggly and also the Chandelure and the Inteleon Kello going to the second game.
Yes, I'm wondering because Jeremy is playing Wigglytuff, whether Blastoise ended up getting banned this time around because there is no Squirtle on the map, but we are going to have a little bit of a sneaky invade here from Wazup on the Gossifleur, trying to contest against this Candle and was able to lock in that blue buff. But you do have Buzz on the Slowpoke that is coming in for some assistance. I don't know whether Gossifleur will be able to make this escape even. Oh, wait, no, they do because... No, what are they doing? They're like just zigzagging right now. Oh my gosh.
Wait a moment, that's Beagle as well in the opposition central area. This is just a nightmare situation from Retired Homes here. Oh, you know, what's up, won't be able to take him out, but look at all that time wasted and Beagle able to you know, have the buffs as well. I think they took the red buff of Retirement Homes there. And Wiggly on top, we don't normally see a top path Wiggly, do we? But I think it's more of a protect the president's strategy here for Retirement Homes. They want to protect that Inteleon and also the Litwick. So look at this. Most of the experience going on the side of round 0 yet again. And that Joe on that, I guess, Beldum looking to just evolve already to a Matang Kello at the 8 minutes 30 mark.
Yeah, they do have that level 5, but we do have a Lampent that has reached that level 5 despite getting griefed at the beginning. You have Sylveon lurking about, looking for some more, trying to lock down that blue buff, and once again, just starving Knight, not letting them get any levels at all here.
Yeah, Beagle is public enemy number 1 for Retirement Homes right now. Luckily able to get taken out by the Drizzle as well. So some levels coming back on the side of Retirement Home, which is going to be a huge relief for them. And speaking of levels, look like the birds are going to be spawning at the 8 minute mark. That's going to be a Dash Glaceon as well, Kello. So a little bit more of a variety coming out from Ground Zero as well. Different movesets on Showcase today.
Do you have Stu on the Inteleon, opted for that Felstinger snipe shot. So just trying to stay in the back line here. They were able to chip away a fair bit of damage onto that Eldegoss, but you have Jeremy getting caught out here, able to sing themselves away and into that portal to go and replenish that HP before these birds do spawn within 5 seconds.
Yeah, and here we go. All 5 members of Ground Zero are just looking to push this top tier pad here. Wiggly's Sin goes off, but it's just not going to be enough because the Gyro Ball from Joe is going to be too much damage. And they might be in a little bit of trouble here. Just managed to get the shield off the Gyro Ball as well. And Trevenant probably going to be taken out by the Inteleon. So a bit of a scramble on top, really. I don't really think GZ actually got too much benefit from that. And here comes maybe a little bit more of a push. Coming in, a bit of a trade as well from Retirement Homes. And the snipes need to land today for Stu because they're going to be one of the only 2 damage dealers for their team.
Even though both of the objectives have spawned, it is a bit of a scramble. You do have Wigglytuff and the Slowbro pivoting on down towards that bottom path, along with that Trevenant. A great Horn Leech to just push both of them away and keep them distracted as they do get some backup from this Hyper Voice Sylveon being able to knock down that Wigglytuff. And now they're probably going to look at trying to secure this Regirock, but they do have to take care of this Inteleon and Chandelure first.
And look at this, a huge engage from the Trevenant. We're going to pick out the Inteleon as well. And I think this Basement Reg is going to be quite uncontested for Ground Zero here because that pick just means that one of the best securers of Retirement Home is going to be out of the play. And here comes the Unite from the Metagross as well. And this is going to be running, look at that, at the Chandelure as well. There's really not much you can do if you're Retirement Homes, except maybe pop the Inteleon Unite to try to get a trade off this. Chandelure goes down to Joe as well. And look at this. I'm just not sure. whether they're going to be able to do too much here, Kello, as the pad is going to be on 23 here.
Oh, Stu using that Fell Stinger into that tall grass where that Metagross was lurking. They were able to Fell Stinger their way out of that, so not getting KO'd, but you definitely do not want to get caught into one of those gyro balls by Joe because, yeah, it's just chipping away at that damage. A great Horn Leech once again from Cole to just push back the members of Retirement Home, just trying to create the space, considering this bottom pad is left on 7. They're not even going to worry about overcaps. Oh no, they ended up getting the 5 and the 7. So not just a 1, but they ended up at least getting 6 overcap.
Yeah, and I think more importantly, they want to break this bot pad because Retirement Home has that Hooper highway available, and now it's really just I guess negated from the benefits of that quick portals. I mean, Hyper Voice Sylveon just proving to be the kryptonite for the tanky players on the side of Retirement Homes. I mean, Jeremy's doing very well to just make space and, stun the enemy, but he's getting shred down too quickly from Beagle over here. So going into this top Reggie, seems like no love yet. Maybe Ground Zero is looking to just take this. Seems like Retirement Home is just taking the opportunity to try to get some levels, Kello. They're a little bit behind going into this 4-minute mark.
Oh, they're behind. They also have no Unite moves just yet. You do have Hooper pushing forward a little bit too far on its own. Is going to try and Phantom Force their way out. Oh, as they laid down their portal, they just didn't end up having enough time to make it back home into safety. And because they're knocked out, you have Regieleki moving on forward. And GZ do have the advantage here.
Look at this, unites upon unites here. Slowburn goes on to Metagross, so Joe will get knocked down. Wiggly will get traded off as well, but the Hooper Unite will be able to go unbound and possibly just bring the team in for this defense here. It looks like Ground Zero is taking the smart move just to kite away from this. They've had their fun. They need to get out here. Trevenant is in a little bit of trouble, but the Horn Leech is going to be so good. Intel Snipes are going off and hitting the target, Kello, but it's just not enough to take down one Pokemon with just a single snipe.
Yeah, I guess considering GZ did end up utilizing all of their Unite moves, they didn't have any resources. They don't want to give Retirement Homes any of those KOs or comeback experience. Instead, they're going to pivot on down, try to get whatever wild Pokemon is on their way, as we do have a Regirock that is waiting down the bottom there.
Here comes the Wiggly Sink, gets the stun 2 people, but the Shred is going to be too fast. Forced to pop its Unite move as well, just to keep sustain. It just can't go up against the Hyper Voice of the Sylveon right now. It's going to be too difficult. That Hooper pick is massive for Beagle as well. There's going to be no portals for their team, and possibly, they're able to get this Regirock at the bottom. No, Inteleon's going to be too good there, but it doesn't matter because Joe is here. He's going to be on flames, but oh, look at this. Oh, maybe a little bit of trouble here. I think I'm just going to eat my own words as the Eldegoss is going to get knocked out by a snipe as well. So I guess levels are coming back on the side of Retirement Homes. That's going to be a relief. We have a level 13 Chandelier going to this later portions of the game. But right now, Kello, I think the points difference, yet again, Ground Zero doing so well to make sure they're in the lead going to this final bit of the game.
Yeah, but we always know when there's a raid, there is a way. You want to just try and get that level advantage. That way you do win that team fight come the final stretch. You do have Jeremy caught all alone between 3 members of GZ trying to make their way to that berry on the Flux Zone, but they quickly get shut down by the Icy Wind of Cruelly. Up in the top path though, Fu, you do have a Regieleki that is still there. It is quite low with 15 seconds left still remaining, and Joe is able to gyro ball the secure.
Here comes just the start of this final stretch fight here. There's going to be a little bit of pressure, but I think Retirement Home is just going to let it go in. They need to be able to win this Rayquaza fight if they want a Game 3 scenario. Here comes the Trevenant Unite already. Slowbro trying to portal out of there. Might be a little bit of trouble here. Gets the TP with the Hooper as well. Jeremy just not really with the team at the moment, just wandering with the Sylveon. And here comes an engage. Metagross Unite onto the Inteleon. There's massive, but the Slowbro's going to save the Inteleon as well. Sylveon trying to fairy flop to get some KOs. And look at this, 2 members on Ground Zero are taken down. Maybe this is the opportunity to rip this Rayquaza, Kello. They are more than 300 points down.
Yeah, but look, we still have the Rings Unbound from Unite climbing. They have just gone and popped it. But before that, making sure to reset that Chandelure and that Wigglytuff as they do end up returning back through the portal. They're going in for the shred. It is less than half HP here. Who's going to get the last hit? It ends up being the Chandelure. 381 to 37 points. They need to get in 4 dunks really here, as we do have Beagle trying to shred down those shields. This is going to be a close one for...
Oh, but the shield.
Oh, the shields.
But no, the gyro ball. what a great moveset choice from Joe, able to knock down 2 of the shields of Retirement Homes.
Wait.
And like we said, Kello, it might not be enough.
We had a dunk from the Trevenant, 443 to 237. We only have Hooper here left with a shield. He's going to get a 46, the double cap, 92. But it just still isn't enough. Buzz, though, the last hope, 49 points. They're making their way across the map, Fu. Can they make it? They still have that Glaceon that they have to be wary of. But 2 members of GZ have just been eliminated.
Kello, it's still not enough, but like you said, it's going to be a 4v5 situation. Hyperboy's going to take down most of the shield. Hopefully, no. The slow beam, the body barrier, able to get some of the shield as well. It's all up to Buzz now to collect as many points as possible to try to score at the end. There is still a little bit of a point difference. The scramble at the end.
Wait, is it enough? 14 points! 14
Is
points!
it enough?
I don't know.
I'm holding to the edge of my seat. Let's see. Oh, as the points go through.
Oh my God! It's even!
Whoever reaches 443 will win the game. Who is it?
Oh my gosh!
Who is it?
Oh, it's
it's
GZ!
gonna be GZ!
Oh my gosh! No way!
Hello, if Buzz picked up one more singular bit of Eos energy, it would have won them the game. But because of that Trevenant score, it made GZ able to take out this game number 2. I did not expect this type of action in our qualifiers for our regionals today, Kello, but this is just... I'm so glad we caught this on cast.
Oh my God, that's
insane.
nuts. It's, Buzz, their last hope. They just needed one more Eos energy, but because Ground Zero were able to reach 443 points first, as we can see with their dunks, they are the winners after all. Even though, you know, they're the same points and it looks like a tie. Wait, why is there a question mark there? Okay, it has the points. Oh, that's nuts.
Yeah, that's a question mark because they're also wondering how close the game actually got to be at the end. I mean, like I said before, pool number 4 is the pool to watch for any potential upsets, and Retirement Home's very close to take it out to a decisive game 3, but, you know, sometimes things just go one way, and in this case, it went on the side of Ground Zero. Lobo, I mean, did you get to watch the scramble at the end to get some scores
What did I just watch? Oh my God, what a game. From not only Beagle being an absolute menace in the enemy team's central area, stopping their channel to evolve, but the last, 30 seconds of that match, oh my God, just Buzz having that. Even the shield got destroyed, but he had 7 points. So it didn't matter, just one more point. Oh my God.
But even then, there wasn't enough Eos energy on the floor. There was only that 7. I don't think there was any loose Eos energy. And you just don't know.
Guys, I just got some news that might change this game. So apparently, in the UCS, the admins have informed that because it was a tie, there's going to be a game 3 scenario.
Wait, what?
Even though the game technically shows that the team that got to the points first will go on to, I guess, win the game. But I think that's just a function to keep ranked games from being a tie. But in the actual tournament, apparently they are awarded another game because technically no one won this game.
So this final game is...
There's going to be a final game, apparently.
Wait, who told you that?
Not a final game, but a game that might decide whether there's going to be a 4th game. Because technically this game, it's 1 apiece. So, do you know what I mean? They have to win by 2. Apparently, I got a DM from Buzz. And Buzz has informed me that admins have informed them. So this gets even more spicy.
What?
The line thickens, chat. It is apparently going to be another game. So I'm not sure, but Buzz is on the team, so I assume this is very credible. Perhaps we watch our first ever 3rd game after a tie?
I'm so confused. I cannot compute.
Our first game 4 situation? Possibly?
So this is just a, I guess,
No, if they win.
Yeah, to make it clear, Ground Zero has won the first game, but because the second game has been a tie, technically Ground Zero isn't too like 2-0. Like they didn't win the match because it's best of 3, except the middle game counts as a tie. So
actual tie.
Yeah, an actual tie. So you need to win by 2 apparently. Oh. So it's technically 2-1 at the moment. So I mean, I'm sure I've never seen this before, and I didn't know it actually mattered.
Wow.
But you know what I mean? I take back everything I said. The fact that Buzz was able to pick up enough energy to bring them into another game, I mean, that's the MVP right there for me.
You know what? This guy called Calypso strolls into
God.
chat. Sup, guys? I just woke up. Clippy! Oh my gosh, Clippy! You just missed the most insane ending ever. I mean, well, it's not really well, apparently. I don't know. We'll wait and see, I guess, whether it does end up popping up in Spectate. But that's absolutely wild. Also, we have Newham, who's new to Twitch. How do you participate in the For Links giveaway? So it is via the carrot points. So Twitch has like channel points, which whether you're on mobile or PC, you accumulate points. So I think you get 50 points for 10 minutes of watch time. Or you can also pop a follow, and I believe you end up earning 300 points. And then you can use those points to redeem an entry into the giveaway. So I don't know if that made sense. Just click buttons, hope for the best.
So I got some more clarification of how it works. So because it's I guess a round robin, and they're looking at not only like the matchup, they're also looking at how many games you've won. So because it counts as a tie, there's that possibility for that game, because they need to make sure they find out who is the top of the group, right? So I mean that's a treat for us. We get more action to watch after that drama of the second game.
I just got up the brackets. Look at this. So we have a win, lose, win, and then game 2 is 0-0.
0-0.
Oh.
So that's, they've updated as a tie. I guess it doesn't count. So because, we do have ground 0 who are 1-up. This is, if ground 0 end up winning this, then it's over. However, if retirement homes ends up winning this, then they're going to have to go to a round 4, which will be their round 3. Because game 2 doesn't count, I guess, which is crazy. And Naomi's like, ground 0 and retirement homes are going to be the match to want to watch because they're really close. Well, Naomi has the brains.
Might be from the future here. No, that's a great recommendation. So I guess we'll wait to find out whether there's going to be another game, but that's what Buzz has told me, and seems like perhaps that's the way the rules are.
Yeah. Definitely. What happens if they tie again? I mean, honestly, the chances of tying are so slim. If they end up getting 2 ties in a row, like, go buy yourself a lottery ticket. Actually, I don't know if we want to do that. There's no chance of winning. It's just, I don't know. That's crazy.
Avro has said, you sure you ain't being trolled? This could be the ultimate troll from Buzz, fooling 100+ people.
Oof.
I mean, I could look like the complete clown I am, so we'll have to wait to find out, right? Buzz says anyway, locking in though, so I have hope.
Okay. Yeah, didn't expect your name to get dropped. Oh, that's sorry, Buzz. Just passing on the info to us. I'm pretty sure it should be okay. Thank you for keeping us updated. Appreciate that. Let's just have a squiz. Yeah, it says they're online right now. So what I might do is us three might take a quick breather, grab some water, take a bathroom break, whatever we need to do. Everybody else, make sure to grab your snacks. I mean, this potentially could be our final match of the day, but it could potentially not be. So we definitely want to be prepared. So we'll throw it to the Be Right Back screen, and we'll be back once the match is ready to go. Hi. Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
I
Hello.
got myself prepared. Think we had ourselves a round 3. I may have even got myself some popcorn because Phil was always talking about popcorn and it made me hungry. But we have some news for you folks. Fu, can you please deliver us the news?
Oh no!
I'm not bringing the bearer of bad news.
Oh, the very bad news. I'm gonna be the #1 most hated person here. So everyone in chat, we talked about how there's a possibility of another game. We wanted to see the action. We wanted, our hopes and dreams of a possible upset as well. The admins at the start have said, there's gonna be another game because it was a tie, but they have now ruled in favor of GZ, and it is all over. I'm so sorry. I wish I was the admin, but I'm not. Sorry for banning everybody. Hate me now, don't hate me later. Someone please take the mic from me. I don't want to speak anymore.
Amber has the torches and pitchforks. Cancel me.
Someone just said I ban pick Fu every time now.
Yeah, exactly. Be prepared to get targeted in ranked food.
No.
Lucky you can play anything. I mean, a lot of things. But yeah, here we go. The final score, 2-0 over to ground 0, which does mean it concludes us for the day. So if we actually have, where do I go? Brackets? Do they show they don't show the standings, do they? At the end? No. Just trying to think, where do we look?
After. I think the games aren't over yet, that's why. Once it's over, it will show the standings.
Oh, because we still have...
Yeah, we still have one more.
One more,
yeah.
but that isn't
That's what I'm
showing up
saying.
on my spectate, so I don't know if their game has actually... Oh, no, here we go.
Oh, just finished. Okay.
Yeah, so Ninky
So-
Nonk have defeated Final Geese. Okay, there we go. Anybody that does want to check out, I guess, the matches, but I guess we can do probably not really a quick I don't know, can we? I want to see how many matches people won, like overall kind of thing, rather than displaying it like this, but I don't think you can.
It'll get updated in the standings, I think, because it'll show you how many. Just like the Unity class as well.
Wait.
It shows you how many matches you won.
Why is it saying this though? This Retirement Home didn't actually win a match.
They have more points because some of Ground Zero's roster don't have any points. Or they don't have a lot of points. Yeah, so
okay.
points-wise, I think.
Points-wise, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess once the match completes on the Start GG, it's still the best.
Yeah.
Once it's verified, it'll come up on standings.
Yeah. And I'm guessing the group, let's see, nah, they haven't actually done the groups yet, so that'll probably all be accumulated throughout the week. But that does mean, yeah, we don't get to bring you another match. It is going to conclude us for the day. So apologies, folks, for, I guess, that it was pretty, intense, but then it's like, oh, we have another one, and then...
And then we just...
But, you know what? Congratulations to the whole of the OCE region that participated today. You all made it through. We'll have to see how the seeding goes, and who's going to be in what groups and whatnot. So I'm not too sure whether there will be, I haven't heard any news, whether there will be an NA EU spectate over tonight. I'd say Spraggles usually does one over on his channel. I think Indy usually does one over on his channel as well. So definitely check them out later. Maybe check out their Twitters. They might post up something further in the night for us. I don't know if they're still sleeping or if they've just gone to sleep, considering the time frame. But yeah, OCE final match. That's about it. Yeah. Unbelievable.
So it's a good final match to have.
Yeah. It's
Great
me
final
troll
match.
you. That's your new name.
Oh,
That's your new name.
It's not like
Yeah.
this.
Well, I guess everybody's probably wondering, for Link's giveaway, that's where no, you're not here for you're here for the teams, okay? Let's be real. If you haven't entered in for the giveaway, now is your last chance. You have about 10 seconds to enter it, as I do get this document up, and then we can do the will spin for it. So if you haven't entered into the carrot points, the channel points, pop it in, and then we'll do our draw. So good luck. We have somebody called Luck3. Does that mean they have triple the luck entering this giveaway?
Well, Mitsu's joining as well. Hopefully people get it, because it's a very fun Pokemon to play, for sure. Fingers crossed for you guys.
Yeah. Alright, let's get these names.
Avro says, quick food, rig the giveaway for me. Alright, bet. Let me call up Kello real quick.
What? I'm here. Hello? Wait. I don't even have my phone. But the full links giveaway is thanks to Pokemon UNITE and TPCI for giving us the codes. So thank you for giving them to me to hand out to you folks. Here we go. The wheel. We'll do the old shuffly-roo. And let's spin. I don't think I have the drum roll.
Drum roll.
Do I? No, I don't think it works on this OBS scene. I don't have the SFX thingy connected. But drum roll, it is going to be da-da-da-da. Ayo, Kiggs Jr. That is totally not rigged at all. They are my mod. But like that is just like the wheel. You saw it here first, okay?
I know that guy.
Congratulations, Kiggs.
I know him.
Kiggs got that's your alt, Sir Drag Jr. Oh, congratulations. All right. Thank you so much, Fu and Lobo, for joining me today, especially considering it was last minute and we had no idea what was going to go on since, you know, the top 16 ended up making it through. But I'm glad that we actually ended up getting to spectate some matches for seeding and everything. So always a pleasure getting to chat and cast with you folks.
Thank you for having us. I mean, I had a lot of fun. I mean, just the fact that we got to spectate that last game just made it all the more exciting. But yeah, these are our top teams for next week's regional finals.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm always excited to be here. Thank you for having me. But yeah, what great teams we have. What great matches we got to have. Always so excited casting with both of you.
All right, let's go raid on out, shall we? Go share the OCE love. To, I guess, the teams that are participating in their open qualifiers for the other regions. All the best to you folks. Hoping that we end up seeing some incredible matches as well. But we'll see you throughout the week. If you haven't already, please make sure to go check out Fu over on his Twitch. He does stream. There is the link. And also Lobo as well. So check them out. Show them some love. Pop a follow. Especially if you love their vibes here. But thank you everybody once again for the company. Thank you for being here. And we'll raid you on out to Joanna, who is currently playing some Pokemon Unite themselves. But take care everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Rest up. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.